Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Waluigi.
Wow.
Hello there.
We're live. This is hello and welcome to Game I hit dual stream and it didn't work. Look at this. I hate YouTube. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 642. I'm your host, Barry. All right, someone's got to turn the speaker off.
Fred.
There we go.
Thank
you. Got it.
Thanks. All right, so we got a packed show tonight. We got a packed chat room. Anthony will be on, but he's going to be on at around 11:15 because he's got to do stuff. So he'll be on in a little bit, but he will be on tonight, so don't worry. He'll be on here. So we got people in the chat. We got Tyrell Breed. We got Dreadpool. We got Wesson. We got Wicked Hot. We got Christy Brinkley or Chrissy Bakley, whatever. I don't know what this lady's name is. We got Venom Dave. We got Karai. What's going on, everybody?
What's up,
Hello.
everyone?
Want to say shout out to Ludwin. It was his birthday the other day. So shout out to him.
birthday.
Ludwig.
Happy birthday, Ludwin.
Happy birthday, buddy. Well, we got some interesting stuff today.
To say the least.
We got interesting stuff. I got a rant, and I have an Xbox rant. No surprise there. Shocking, right?
What?
We have Xbox information at GDC. We got other stuff. Yoshi's got a new game coming out. Pokopia or Pokokia or Poke Hogan. I don't know what the name of this game is called.
Oh my God.
It's Pokopia.
I'm representing 30 years of the NWO right here, so I say Poke Hogan or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Talos is in the building. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Talos has been the MVP of joining me at 3 o'clock in the morning for my streams.
Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah, because it's like 3 in the afternoon for him.
Yeah, I know, but he actually stays in the room. Hockey fan is here. What's going on, Hockey? And here is the beautiful or unbeautiful Xbox Series S that I own.
Ugh.
And of course, they can't show you. There's the screen, the $250 screen that my wife and I both have on our machines. Yes, that's a Miami Dolphins skin on here. This is a launch model. Oh, yeah, and look. There's a 512 gigabyte expansion card in here. Isn't that crazy, right?
It's filth. and
We're going to get
garbage.
into that in a little bit because I got to talk to Anthony about that with Series S. I can get this thing out of here. Get out of my life, Series S.
Just throw it off to the side. It's fine.
I don't even have one anymore. Mine are gone.
RWK88, what's up, buddy? Well, you did the right thing because it seems like that console is out of the way at this point. So, all right,
Yeah.
let's get into it. Xbox at GDC. They have confirmed that this is, in fact, a hybrid PC console, blah, 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 blah. I see people arguing about this all day on the internet. So there's a lot to unpack here. What's going on?
It's pretty much the exact same thing that we've been speculating for like what, a year, 2 years now. It's a hybrid PC and it'll play your Xbox games. I don't know. See, it all is kind of falling into line here because we heard that the Series X will just be for like streaming because obviously they're not going to make games for the Series X because now they're saying all the games for Helix will be just PC games. So I don't know how.
So
we
let's
still don't know
let's
how
clarify
anything's
that a
really
little
gonna
bit.
work.
Helix games, you won't go to the store and find Helix games, okay? You're going to go on the Windows Store via the new renamed Xbox Full Screen Experience, now renamed to Xbox Mode.
You say it like that, it sounds so stupid.
It's Xbox Mode.
I'm gonna go into Xbox
Yeah, I'm
mode.
gonna go to
Yeah.
Xbox Mode.
You won't
like
like
Super
me when I
Saiyan.
hit my Xbox mode.
Yeah.
You're gonna go into Xbox Mode, and it's gonna have the Windows Store in there, and you're just gonna buy your games on the Windows Store. Now, the issue that you have here is third parties. You have third parties that are in the Windows Store, and you have third parties that are not in the Windows Store. That's why I'm assuming they're putting all the other storefronts on this thing, so that you don't get mad at them and you could still play your third parties on Steam. That's what I'm assuming, but I don't know. What do I know?
They said other leading platforms in the thing. So yeah, it's gonna have whoever else they can get on there. It's
Right,
Windows.
But
so
let's
Steam
just
and-
say Resident Evil 9 isn't on the Windows Store, so it's not Play Anywhere. So they don't want you to get mad and be like, wow, I can't play Resident Evil 9 on the Helix. Well, technically you can, because you just go into Steam and buy the game there. I don't know how that helps Microsoft, but what the hell do I know?
I think their logic is, well, everyone's going to develop for PC anyway, so it'll just by default work on Helix. Now,
Right, and
like
I'm
you
sure
said,
it will, because Helix is going to be a beast, and it's going to be very expensive. And if you're one of these guys that thinks it's going to be $600, $500, you're mistaken. It's going to be double that. Because there's no way they could do that.
Perry at Insider said he heard $900.
Okay, it wouldn't shock me if it was $9.99, but even then, they'd be taking a bath on that hardware. I think you're looking at over 1K for this thing, and I think it's 1,200, between 1,200 and 1,500 USD before tax. And again, you're not going to be able to go into the store and buy this thing, because we heard that this is going to be a boutique item that you order directly from the OEM or Microsoft, kind of like with the ROG handheld. Although that was in Best Buy, but I don't think other places like Best Buy are going to be carrying this Xbox unless they have some sort of a deal in place. But it was explained to us that this will be a boutique item. And again, at the end of the day, I don't even know why they're still making this thing.
Shocked.
Because we're going to get into this, but Xbox mode is basically what you could do with Helix right now. Xbox mode is the full screen experience on the computer, which is what we've been saying for over a year. You go into that thing, you can launch all your stuff. You could basically do all that right now, which we'll talk about because it's launching in April in select markets, which means we probably won't get it till next year. Who the hell knows? But yeah, it's gonna be like that. And at that point, if you already have a souped up computer, like you already have a Helix technically. Now, what I will say the difference would be, Helix will have that chip where you can play your backwards compatible games, your console Xbox games. But from what we saw today, it seems like those games will be on PC as well, but they'll be emulated and not, native with that chip that's going to be in Helix. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I can agree. It's probably going to be the price you're saying, because the price of RAM is through the roof. So I can guarantee it's probably going to be upwards of $1,000.
And that's what's really hurting the Steam machine. For the Steam machine was supposed to be out already.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that has now been pushed back probably until the summer or later this year. Who the hell knows? But and we'll get into
AI.
Steam Machine too, because they made some announcements and people on the internet took the wrong information and threw that online.
I saw that.
Xbox mode, okay. How about bot mode? Says Chrissy Bakley.
I mean, thing is, like, depending when this comes out, they might just get past the RAM situation. But the thing is we really don't know when this thing's exactly coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
An idea,
Are you talking about Steam or Helix?
Helix.
Well, they said it was coming out holiday 2027, but now they're saying dev kits are being sent out in 2027, which both could be true. You could send out dev kits early next year, and then that's enough time 6, 7, 8, 9 months for the guys to port their shit over and get it out for the holiday.
But we know who we're dealing with here.
Oh, right. Yeah. Just keep waiting.
Yeah.
I have to. There needs to be more information. Like, if this thing's not upgradable, which I don't think it's gonna be, it's gonna just be like a standard model. At that point, for the price and everything, is it even worth it? I mean, you're able to build computers custom built. So I think we're better off sticking to that for us. I mean, what this really doesn't help us at all. If
Yeah.
I think the
Doesn't do
whole
it
point is the reason why this thing's going to be expensive is because they know you're not going to pay the money for it because you most likely have a computer at home anyway. That's why you're getting Xbox mode. So you could jump into Helix technically right now in April. And you're good. You can already start. You're starting the next generation now, technically, right? The box is for the fucking fat slobs who are hardcore Xbox fanboys. They're not Xbox fans. They're fanboys. There's two different things there. We're hardcore Xbox fans, okay? These fanboy guys, they'll pay anything. The whales, okay? They'll go out and buy it. And they'll praise it and blah, 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 blah. But they know they're not going to sell many of them. And they don't want to sell many of them. They want to move away from the hardware to begin with. So you make a box to make the fat slobs happy and then tell everyone to go to Windows. Because they want you on Windows anyway. So that's why I think they're doing all this. They're subliminally telling, if I could say that word tonight, they're telling you basically, yeah, just go to Windows. We're pushing you guys towards PC. Just go over there. For all you fat slobs that you always buy everything Xbox, you can buy the Helix and stick it up your ass. We don't care. Because there's a reason why everyone's saying this is the most powerful Xbox ever, but it will be the last Xbox ever. If it's the last one, why would you even buy it? I don't know.
like you said, it's to transition these people over to PC.
Yes.
And pretend like, ooh, because like it's funny because everyone's like, Satya said gaming is a core thing, and it's like, sure it is on Windows. Like he didn't say the Xbox console standalone.
They
is
want
the
you on
core
Windows.
thing.
That's the bottom
Right.
line.
And that it makes sense, but they're so cryptic about this stuff, and they wasted our time, and that's why I'm so pissed off. Because if they just would have told me this, hey, we want you to transition to PC, buy your stuff over there, I would have been like, okay, no problem. The issue is that they're so cryptic. Even at the GDC thing, they're like, ooh, we're gonna do something that's never been done before with the backwards compatible. It's like, just tell us what you're doing at this point. If I can get Xbox mode next month, just tell me where you're going with
This
this.
is the problem with this
Stop being
company,
cryptic.
okay? They keep doing this shit, and then people online argue about it. And then people say, that's not what they're doing. And then when they actually unveil, like a year later, that they're doing it, those same people are like, well, we knew they were doing that. You just told me a year ago that they weren't doing that. You see what I'm saying? Like, the fighting keeps going on because of this shit. And I get this is GDC, it's for developers only. This wasn't supposed to be for everybody, but all the information's out there now. The video is out there. Somebody uploaded the whole fucking video of this guy.
Saw pictures of Phil.
Phil Spencer was there today as well. He had a name tag that said, my name is retired. Somebody should have stuck one on his back that said, my name is fired, but you never know. Oh, man.
I mean, Xbox will still, the Xbox games will still be successful, but this console's not gonna, like you said, This is just a transitional thing. They don't expect to sell 30, 40, 50 million units of this thing. It's just not going to.
I mean, listen, I was optimistic over the weekend, but now I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing. It seems like they're not changing anything.
It's completely up in the air. Maybe we'll get some info in the summer at Games Fest, but I doubt it. Maybe a couple little tidbits, and that's about it.
I just wish they told us what the hell they were doing. It's just like they're like Frank said, they're just being so cryptic with everything. It's just like just be upfront. Just tell us what's happening. Like, we're just like, what the fuck?
And I get it because I got shareholders, but this game is just not going to work, man. Like, you're inviting people. They invited these podcaster guys and all that stuff. It's like they're not developers, so why are they there? If you don't want the general public to know, why are you inviting these guys over there? To cover it? So they could put the information public? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Just say, hey guys, listen, we're making a new fucking box that plays PC games, that plays your Xbox stuff. And that's it. Just be honest about it. Be upfront. That's all they got to do.
It's not going to move the needle as far as competition either. Sony's just going to do their own thing. Whatever they're doing, Nintendo's going to do their own thing. Like, nothing's going to change. This isn't going to move the needle at all. It's just a PC. So it's like we're in the exact same boat we were in before. I mean, not really. This is
a great machine for streamers. This is like a streamer's dream, I would say, right? Because you could just play anything right then and there. That's great. But what about the general public? We don't have money for this stuff. And you know they're going to send the streamer guys all these things for free. So, I mean,
it's going to be a hard sell, especially if PS6 launches.
But I think they know that. I don't think they care. I think they just want you to go on Xbox mode on your computer and just fucking play games.
Yeah.
This way they could do the data thing, get the monthly active user and all that horse shit. They seem to just want to data mine everyone.
Yeah.
What's your data? We'll give you the eldest.
Why would anybody buy the Helix over the PS6 if Xbox doesn't have exclusives and just PC overall, says Karai? I don't know. We're hearing that they might be getting Gears of War as an exclusive. Gears E-Day, that might be, but I don't know, because we've been hearing that was going to be a PS5 launch.
I don't see them doing anything exclusive. I mean, like, again, what's the point? And then not to mention too, you have another year and a half minimum until this thing comes out that people are not on Xbox. They're not buying Xbox. They're not buying stuff on Xbox. And then PS6 is going to roll around and everyone's just going to go there. And like you said, they don't care.
Look at Resident Evil 5. It sold 300,000 copies on the Xbox in total since release. That's nothing.
Wait, the 5 or you mean 9?
You meant 9.
Resident Evil 9.
Like, oh shit.
How many fucking Resident Evils do they have to make here? Resident Evil 9. So 300,000 copies on the Xbox.
That's
and I was
crazy.
one of them that bought one, all right?
It's nothing compared to where it runs like on the PS5 Pro. It's freaking beautiful, man.
Well, it sold a lot more on PS5 Pro. That's the whole point.
Oh, yeah.
And Switch. It sold like 1 million copies on Switch alone. Over 1 million.
Jesus. It's embarrassing, the Xbox. It's embarrassing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine another year and a half of this where Xbox just becomes even more irrelevant. It's like, literally, there's no point by the time this thing comes out.
Well, what I hate is... I'm laughing at Fred's background. I'm just going to get into this now. When Anthony comes back on, I'll talk to him about it. He's coming back on a little bit. Resident Evil Requiem. Resident Evil 9, not 5, but 9. Dude, that game looks like absolute dog shit on the Xbox Series S. Okay? It's like they took the Switch port, put it on there, and just made the frame rate better. Like, it's a stable frame rate. It's embarrassing how bad that game looks on the Series S. Now, Is that 100% the Series S's fault? No, I don't think so. I think Capcom said, fuck it. No one's going to buy this game anyway. Just throw the minimum specs on that fucking thing and get it on it. Because if you know, when you get a game on Xbox, it has to meet the requirements for both Series S and Series X. Now, RE4 Remake on Series S looks fucking fantastic. It's the same exact engine. RE9 looks piss poor. So that signals to me that Capcom said, yeah, it's not going to sell that much. Put the bare minimum specs on the thing and just get it on there because we have to. Because if we want to put it on Xbox Series X, we got to just throw scraps of the Series S. That's where Microsoft picks up the fucking phone and goes, hey, you can't release that game that ugly on our machine. Bump that shit up to 1440 and then hit us back up. Because we know that could do 1440. We know games in the RE engine could do 1440, 60. So what the fuck was that all about? That's the thing. They need to get on these guys' asses and tell them, listen, you can't put a game like that on our machine. The game looks like shit. And Capcom will go back and retool it. But that's an example of these companies saying, fuck that machine and fuck everyone who bought it. And Microsoft not stopping them. So I think they're both at fault for that.
I think that's why they went with this whole thing of like, oh, you just had to develop it for PC, because they know like companies don't even want to develop for Xbox anymore. Like they're done.
Right. So they figure if they're doing a PC version, they just put it in a blender or whatever. They even talked about what tool they have that instantly converts it. Seems like they streamline their tools or whatever. And that's great. That'll be great. But the massive rant that I wanted to go on, which I don't know if I'll start screaming and yelling, but the Series X, we all got fucking screwed on that thing. We've been waiting for games on that thing that were announced years ago. And guess what? They're coming out, but they're coming out when the Helix is coming out. So what did we really get out of this generation with the Series X?
Nothing.
Acid reflex.
Jack shit.
Well, Fable's not out yet. Fable will be out this year. Gears E-Day will be out. Possibly. We don't even know when this year. Halo is coming out. Forza is coming out. Wow, big deal, right? And they're all remakes. Well, not Forza, but Fable and Fable's a remake from the ground up. Halo's a remake from the ground up, but again, what are we doing here? We're playing the same games 25 years later. And by the time the Helix comes out, that's when all the newer games will be out. So we didn't get anything with this machine. What did we get? Halo Infinite? Redfall? Starfield?
Avowed.
Dude, all these games are total dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, everything I named was a piece of shit. Halo wasn't a piece of shit at first, but it became a piece of shit. Redfall was a piece of shit on day one. Avowed, it was okay, but it got boring. The only game I think that it didn't even do well in sales numbers, but that I liked that did pretty good was Hellblade 2. Because that game looked incredible. However, I played the game on PC because it ran like shit on the Series X.
Jeez.
That's right. We both did.
So,
Another thing to mention is those games, most of them wind up on the PlayStation. They didn't sell too damn well, did they?
because they suck. The games suck. I don't expect Halo to sell well on PlayStation. You know why? Because I don't think Microsoft understands this shit. Everyone that was on Xbox 360 who played all the Halos jumped to PS4 and they're on PS5 now. So they sold out their whole fucking brand to get people that already played this game 20 years ago.
Yep.
Why do you think Gears of War didn't do well? Reloaded or whatever the fuck it was called. Because people played it on 360, went to PS4, went to PS5. Wow, it's coming to PS5 at 40? That's okay. I played it years ago. That's why that game didn't sell that well. Forza sold great on PlayStation because Gran Turismo sucks big fat balls. We all know it. And they need a good racing game over there. Forza's a great racing game, so there's no denying that. There's the man in the chat room, Mental 9R, the man who was right about all of this the whole time.
Helix man himself.
We're gonna should we call him the Helix man?
The
Helix
pointy man
9R?
himself.
We should call
Helix
it the Oracle.
9R.
Do we call him mental mode?
Mental mode.
I'd rather go into mental mode than Xbox mode.
I think he's gonna go into mental mode because he was right. He told us years ago. And we were skeptical, like, nah, they're really gonna do emulation? How's that gonna work if they're doing the chip or whatever? This guy was dead on. Where's the camera at? Right here. He said that they were going to do this. So I suggest everyone in the chat to ask Mental 9R what the next numbers are for the next lottery, because this guy, he called it years in advance.
Then give him all your money.
Man, if you really could play OG Xbox and Xbox 360 games on any PC, I really don't need a Series X anymore.
Now, if he could
So
only
don't just
explain
have it.
to Frank about the new Star Trek.
Nobody can explain that.
Oh god, I saw
Not even-
pictures of that the other day, and I was like, "What in the hell happened to that show?"
Yeah, not even the people who made it can explain that. So, really quick, Wario just posted. Microsoft quietly retires. This is an Xbox marketing campaign.
Oh, I thought that was the
Announcement post
greatest
now
campaign
deleted.
of all time when we were telling everyone how stupid it was.
Well, you know what's funny? They didn't change any of their stuff. The updated thing just says play Xbox across devices, consoles, PC, handheld, TV, mobile, VR. So they didn't. They just changed the name of it, but it's still right here on their website.
Yes, because it was a dumb thing to begin with. We said that. Dude, we're Xbox fans, okay? We're not these fanboy guys, these stupid guys that don't believe in like reality. They don't live in the real world, okay? They live in a fucking bubble. They live in an echo chamber. Okay? We're not those people, okay? We live in the real world. We're real consumers. We spend real money. Okay? We told you that was stupid as fans of Xbox. And all people kept saying, oh, you guys are Sony guys, whatever. You're not a fucking Sony guy to be annoyed by something. It has nothing to do with console warring. It's the stupidest marketing campaign you could think of. And all these idiots fucking ran with it. When we were telling them, this is just dumb. You're confusing everyone. Nobody's going to know. Not everybody watches these podcasts. Not everyone is into the information like this. If somebody walked in my store and they're like, oh, do you have Xbox? Well, everything's Xbox. They're going to run out. They're going to think I'm a fucking maniac. Because they don't pay attention to the internet. They just bought an Xbox and they want to buy games for it. We're sitting here in the trenches and we got to read all this shit. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's good. Everything's gonna be Helix. This is a Helix.
No, they're not going to do that. And I think I know why, because that was Sarah Bond's thing, and they don't want to touch any of that no more. Which is good. I mean, that campaign, I get what they were doing. They were trying to move everyone away from the console, but again, just rip the fucking Band-Aid off already. Just say, listen, we're moving Xbox to PC, come join it. That's all you have to do. Literally. Just say, your library is coming with you, just log in Windows, you're good to go. Boom, done. Instead, oh, this is Xbox, that's Xbox. Blah, 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 blah. And they do those campaign memes on Twitter where it was like, this is a taco box or something, and this is a cat box, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, this is stupid. You're just literally, what was Vince McMahon doing to the audience all those years? Insulting the audience's intelligence. That's what they were doing. Like, you have hardcore fans that are buying this shit, and you're putting this stuff in their face.
I don't. They're in a bad spot where their marketing was a mess. Everybody's confused. They're trying to do this hybrid thing, but it's not coming out for like a year and a half. It's like, I don't know what they do. They're in like a dead zone for the next until this thing launches, because you're not going to get anybody back now.
Like I said on my
So I don't know.
stream from earlier last week or later last week, they have the whole summer to market this thing properly. This is the year to market this thing, to get people excited. Or to get people excited to where they're going. If they're doing the PC thing and the hybrid, which is what they're doing, they need to market this thing and have fun with it. And fun meaning with the fans, not laughing at the fans. Well, what the hell do I know, right? I'm just a guy that buys all their shit. You know, I got hundreds of dollars of controllers downstairs. Okay? Sealed Xbox controllers, stuff I collected. I got headsets that are sealed. I got all that shit down there. I got tons of their stuff. I unloaded a bunch of controllers. What was it? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
I got like $1,600 worth of store credit from all that crap. And I still have more. Because people don't realize I was such an Xbox guy. I bought like 4 of each controller. And I never opened them. They're all downstairs. I could take you on a fucking tour, like MTV Cribs.
That's ridiculous. Why would you do that?
Who came in here?
Mental mode.
The man himself.
Oh, I gotta fix
Mental
the
mode,
screen.
man.
Can we get some more friends with hair?
That's
I'm-
completely
Look
insane.
at everybody.
I have
Hey,
hair.
what's wrong with damn,
Oh,
man,
okay.
that's crazy.
He has hair for now.
Hair is a sign of weak genetics.
Oh, geez.
Exactly.
I'll go ahead and shave then.
Grass
See ya.
don't grow on a busy street, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah.
He's celebrating
Anyone with
because he was
with a
right.
big brain has no hair.
Big Brain Academy. Great Nintendo game.
You just convince Frank to go get his hair lasered off.
I'll do it. I don't care.
On stream, I just
There
got a
you go.
shave on his head.
Well, how does it feel to be right?
But it feels pretty good.
He's drinking a soda.
Oh yeah. Just realized I haven't been on a podcast in ages.
Well,
don't
it's great
remember
to
the
have you
last time.
back.
Yeah, I actually don't remember the last time I was on a podcast.
Wow.
It's been a long time. So I thought I'd hop in for a little while anyway. I don't know if I'll be on for the whole thing, but
Yeah, it's all right. Well, you were right,
how's
sir.
everybody doing?
We're doing good. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Been a little under the weather again. I don't know, man. I'm picking up everything my kids bring home these days.
Oh, man.
So
Jeez.
voice is a bit off, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, Helix is looking like what I kind of thought it would look like, I guess. That's kind of cool. In a way. Maybe.
I wonder if
I
they
don't know.
stole your info.
Yeah, I'm sure they're following me on X and they saw it when I tweeted it back in like 2024 January or whenever that was. But no, I mean, if they can get the price in check, it could do okay, maybe. Hard to say, but I think they'd have a hard time. It's like you say, Perry, $1,000. I don't know. Things will have to change in the market quite significantly with respect to what we're seeing in RAM. And I mean, there are some positive signs too, I think. I was looking at pricing today, and you can actually find sales on NVMEs and crap that are reasonably good in terms of discount off the list price. So maybe that's a sign of things to come. RAM also, I'm finding a slight decline even in the consumer market now, and I'm hearing from purchasers that it's down a bit as well in the enterprise side of things too. So
Yeah, because
maybe things will turn around.
I mean, how much money are these companies going to spend to buy RAM, and how much do they really need at this point? They're already hoarded up a lot of RAM to begin with in the last few months. So,
well, yeah, freaking Satya said they got more RAM because they can't build the data centers fast enough. Now they got surplus of everything sitting around that they can't use.
good. That's what they get from taking it from us.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, I'll shut up. It's your show. You're about to start ranting, I think, Perry. Give her.
Well, we bought the Series X. We were told all these games are coming out. Now it's like, well, Helix is coming out, so don't worry about the Series X. It's like, well, what the hell did I buy this thing for?
Yeah. Exactly. It'll be, if you think about it, right? If everything they release the day Helix comes out is just the PC version and there's no version for the previous gen consoles, that's gonna raise a shitstorm.
Well, I heard
they need to support them for a couple of years at least.
We had heard, Frank and I, that they were going to Helix games would stream on the Series X and Series S. And that Microsoft was getting all this RAM so they could build, like you just said, data centers so that you would be able to stream the Helix games. We heard that from somebody else. But again, it was like, what's the point? What was the point of selling me a machine that you couldn't get off the ground? It seems like Microsoft had a good intention with the Series X. They thought they were going to get the audience back with Halo. Halo got delayed. That was the first red flag that we didn't realize. And then it just tumbled from there. They just couldn't get the games out, and they couldn't get the fan base back. So they pivoted to PC so they could get out of hardware. But it's like, why even do that? Just fucking end the Series X. Just be like, you know what, guys, we're done. Xbox mode is on every Windows 11 computer. Play your library there. Boom. End of story.
Well, are they even going to keep manufacturing them at this point? For another year and a half?
This will be OEM probably. And if it's Asus, I'm not touching it.
No, but I mean, like, do you think they're going to still manufacture the Series X and S for the next, like, year?
They haven't been.
Yeah, I mean, why would they waste money on it? It's not selling.
I think the Series S is done.
Depends if they have chips in stock. Right. If they have stuff they pre-purchased or they have contractual obligations,
they got to get rid of them
to meet a certain quota with the chip production. Then they'll have to build them. And yeah, Perry's right. They'll have to get rid of them. So we'll see. It's too bad. Like, if you think about it, I wish they could send out a firmware update that would just open the Series X up to let you install Windows on it. If that's the path forward, because it would still be a decent guide. I'd put Linux on mine, but it'd still be a decent gaming PC.
Yeah.
You know, you could still play on it.
We never got the full power out of this Series X.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to you think back, like pre-launch, there was that article in The Verge. I think it was The Verge. I know Windows Central did a blurb on it too, where they were interviewing Greenberg, I think it was, talking about the machine learning capabilities that were built into the Series X and how impressed they were with the upscaling that they were already seeing and blah, 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 blah. They never used it.
No.
Not one game came out using their machine learning that they were so high on prior to the launch of those systems. And stuff like that is like, it had, VRS, VRR, well, variable refresh rate, I guess they did do, but VRS almost never used. All these features, remember how they waited for RDNA 2? And that was such a big selling point. It was such a big deal. They never even used half the features. Right? So, like, it's ridiculous when you think about it.
And again, how does that bode well for this thing? This thing's going to be a monster. They're saying because I guess they want to
Yeah.
future proof it, but it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
And it's like, what if someone buys that thing and again, they don't get all the features out of it in 3 to 5 years, and then they pull the plug on it because everyone's saying it's the last one, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the saving grace is that it is a PC. At least I'm hoping it's fairly open
Right.
in that respect. Hopefully, it has an NVMe in it that you can replace and upgrade, and then just reinstall the OS on it. Hopefully, it's not locked down with some stupid encryption key that's locked to the motherboard and all that BS that's in the Series X. That would be, I'd never buy one in that scenario. But if it's open and I can do something with it after the fact, like put in a bigger storage drive, maybe add RAM or something magical like that. I doubt they'd ever do that. It'll be BGA for sure. You'd almost bet on it. But
Right.
there's a lot they could do with it to make it, like you say, more future proof. They could even put the APU in a socket and offer you an upgrade socket or an upgrade APU like 3 years in. Something that's better. You pay $300, get a new APU, drop it in, and increase the performance on the thing. That'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Right? Then you're buying something that would be wild. But I don't know. We'll see. I listened to most of the GDC thing. I didn't listen to all of it.
Yeah, I got the video, and by the time I was done eating dinner and everything, I had to jump on here, so I didn't even get a chance to really watch the video. But if they don't want people watching this thing, why'd they have some guy in the front row film and upload it?
Well, towards the end, the guy, somebody turned around and looked at the guy, and he was like, he like cursed, like he's like, oh, like I think he was gonna get in trouble. Like I don't know, because I watched it, but
Oh shit, it's
I
Phil.
didn't see that.
maybe he was like hiding it. Like I don't know.
Told his wife he is at work, but he was hanging out at GDC. It was kind of funny though, because you'd hear these guys talking while dude's up on stage doing his thing. These guys are woo and stuff. It's kind of
There's a
funny.
guy coughing and like everything.
Yeah, was not first rate, that's for sure.
Is it
Somebody
like the
throwing
throw up cough? Like,
Yeah. When they said it's gonna play all your Xbox games, the guy threw up all over the place. Yeah.
If I have someone
man.
made like a cricket noise in the background during the
MILF man
Yeah,
is in the chat. What's
interesting.
going on, MILF?
What up, MILF?
For people like
Sure.
us, it's gonna be hard to convince me not to just drop all that money into another PC build that I have free reign on, that I can upgrade whenever I want. If it's gonna do the exact same thing, I don't know.
I think that's the point, Frank. They don't want you buying this.
It seems like
like-
it, doesn't it?
The Series X at launch would have been decent value if it was an open PC platform for around $700.
Right.
Like I'm talking US. It would have been pretty decent. Like it would have been tough to build a PC that was equivalent, and you probably could have convinced people to buy it and use it, as a PC at that price point. So again, price is going to be really important on this thing. You got to kind of make an offer people can't refuse, or it'll just sit on shelves.
And another thing
And
too
it's like
is
you said.
I see all these guys online. Well, if it doesn't have a disk drive, it's going to totally fail. It's like it's going to fail anyway. What does it matter if there's like a disk drive in it?
the
Just
last thing they're
remember,
worried
too.
about.
Just remember too, PS3 was a couple bucks more. Well, it was a lot more, and that failed miserably. Xbox One, $100 more. Everyone went to PS4. Can you imagine if PS6 is half the price of this thing? Like, there's no chance in hell.
If this
that
thing is
anyone's buying
1,200, PS6 is 1,000.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But if they
Yeah.
could even cut that a little bit, everyone's going to go for the cheaper option. People always do that. Even if it's like $100 or $50, they'll be like, "Oh, it's cheaper. I'll get it." Even if it's half the performance, they'll still pay for it.
Yeah, it's either that or you need a, first-rate marketing campaign that could convince people of the extra value. And we all know how good Microsoft's marketing is, so
Oh,
What
it's
marketing?
pretty much non-existent. Yep. So I don't think they'll pull that off. But yeah. It'll be interesting. I mean, I'm always interested in new tech, right? So I'm curious to see what it is, what they price it at, and you know, if it's I don't know. It depends. Like I say, I mean, if it's $1,500 or something dumb like that, there's no way I'm buying that.
Right.
But if they can, put it in a zone that's reasonable, more than competitive with PC hardware that you'd have to assemble on your own, might be worth having to put on your shelf by your TV. I don't know.
If they can get this
Maybe.
thing under 1,000 and they market this thing to streamers, like they have they just send it to the streamers, send it to all these guys on Twitch and all that, all the popular guys. Who watches those guys? Kids, right? Kids
Yeah.
are gonna be like, oh, Mr. Beast. I never watched that guy. I don't even know what the hell he does. Oh, Mr. Beast was streaming Fortnite on the new Xbox. I want that new Xbox. Right there, you got a brand new install base. Right? Then you got people like us who want the convenience of having everything in one box. And we would be more inclined to pick it up, depending on the price and all that stuff, who would just dive right in. And it would make the competition look stagnant. Like, oh, you guys are still doing that? Well, these guys are doing this. It would be
There's an
good.
appeal.
Yeah, there would be an appeal. But you got to get that price somewhere. The thing is, though, they don't want to take a hit on this thing. And if it's from an OEM like Asus, they're definitely not getting a cheap price. Look at the ROG. That thing was $1,000 for something that should have been $500.
Yeah.
And the $500
still-
one should have been $200.
I'm still dumbfounded that people bought that thing and were super happy with it until it broke.
Well, they got locked out of Windows. Did you hear that?
Oh, no, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't hear about that.
Oh, tell him, Frank.
They
That's
couldn't
funny.
update something, or no, they got locked out of Armory Crate, right? And they couldn't change their settings. There's like been a whole bunch of problems with this thing, like multiple major issues.
Yeah.
So
Good lord.
Armory
But-
Crate's basically a rootkit, so so full of security holes.
But also too, like with this Helix thing, how's it gonna? So like Fortnite's not on the Windows Store, so you have to install Epic. and then
Fortnite is
it
on the
gonna
Windows
just-
Store. They just added it like a couple
Oh,
months
okay.
ago.
Okay,
It's
so
Play
that's
Anywhere.
good. Well, what about like the games that require launchers, like Ubisoft? That like, is it just gonna integrate all your stuff into the app, or like? I mean, there's so many questions I have to how is this gonna be like a console and not like a PC? Because they keep saying, "Ooh, it's gonna be like a console. You're just gonna turn it on. It's gonna work." It's like, how though?
You know, this is one of those things where you sit back and wait and see how this shakes out, because if somebody tries to launch an Ubisoft game and the Uplay launcher doesn't fucking work on this thing,
That's what I'm saying. Like you're
it's
gonna be
over,
sitting there.
buddy.
Well, you're gonna be sitting there with the controller, and then it's gonna be like, oh, you have to log into Uplay. So then I got to get my mouse and keyboard. Like people are not gonna go for this. We will because we know how to do this stuff, but normal people.
Yeah, but
are
will
not
I
gonna
do it when I already have the computer and now I have the defunct Series X next to me that does all the backwards stuff?
No, I mean we wouldn't buy. I don't think we would buy it, but
If it was a
They'll
decent price, I would
probably-
check one out, but I wouldn't fill the house with them anymore. I'm done with that. Like I already
Well,
got
yeah.
burned on that.
if you can get Steam and it's like cheaper than my PC and is a decent performance, then sure, why not? But I don't know. I don't think it's
This
gonna
thing
work
would be
out.
good for my wife who streams whatever, and she has a PC library and an Xbox library. That would be good
Yeah.
for her. But like for me, it would be great too, but not at that price point. No way. And again, do I trust this company anymore? That's
No.
the other thing.
And you're not going to
That's
be
a whole other
buying
problem.
games on Xbox or Windows in the next until this thing comes out. I don't think, unless something changes. But
Unless the
So, I mean,
games are $1 a piece, then I'm not buying nothing.
that's what I mean. Like by the time this thing comes out, we're going to be so far. I already haven't bought anything on Xbox in like a year. So
Me
what's the-
too.
there's,
I
like,
bought
no
Resident
point.
Evil because I wanted to play early. That's the only reason why I bought it.
Yeah.
2
I
years
still-
for me, man.
Yeah, and then you still have another year and a half minimum until this thing comes out. It's like by the time it comes out, I've already abandoned my library and rebuilt it elsewhere.
But that's 2 years for Mental. That's a year and a half for Frank and I. That's how many years now? That's almost, what is it? 2, 3, 4. Let's just say 5 years between 3 people of purchases that were not made because of their stupid ideas.
Yeah, well, it's what happens when you destroy someone's faith in the brand, right?
Yeah.
When you don't know what the future holds, tend to retreat a bit from it. And I was just thinking about that EA thing, or the Origin or whatever EA Play. What they'd probably do is have just a button to click to link your Xbox account to an EA account.
That would
That's
be
probably what they would
fantastic.
do. It would auto create it, and you wouldn't even have to think about it. That's how I would deal with it anyway.
The only issue I
Keeps
have
it
is
simple.
like for EA, they have Origin, and Origin always gets hacked. Like I gave up my account because these Russian guys kept hacking my shit.
Me too.
And I was
Right.
just like, I would have to go in and reset my password like every week. And I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm just going
I've
to
ever
leave
had
the
that.
games I bought there, and that's it. I don't even care anymore. I left.
Yeah, I don't care if I've got a handful of games on that, and I really don't care if they would disappear. It wouldn't bother me, but I don't think I've ever had to do a password change because of a hack or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've had it a couple times.
That's funny.
I got
mean,
an
it's not
email
funny, but
in Russian, and then they changed my birthday, so I couldn't log in.
nice.
And I changed the
It's very
password, and you can't even change the birthday. Like I went to go fix it and everything, and they're like, no, you can't. You can only do it like
Sure.
once every year or so. I was like, what?
So
I was like, I'm out of here with this shit, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
Origin and Ubisoft are like the two worst launchers in history.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's why I would play like Ubisoft games on console, because you pop the fucking game in and that's it. You don't have to do anything crazy. Same thing with EA for the most part. The only game that they actually let on there with no problem was Dead Space Remake. I bought that on Steam and it just loads. I'm like, great. You
Yeah,
don't
great game,
you don't
too.
need their launcher either.
Yeah, there's
Well-
all kinds of stuff they're gonna have to figure out. One thing I did notice from that stream was he specifically hit on the shader caching,
Right.
and they're gonna pre-package for the Helix, so you won't have to have that period of sitting and worrying about shader stutter. I'm tongue tied today. I apologize.
That's all right.
It's and that to me is one of the big things they need to fix, because playing a game on Windows, like something like Jedi Survivor, right? Playing on Windows stutters like a bugger. I play it on my Linux machine, way less hardware in terms of performance, plays way smoother. Just because it's on Linux, there's no
There's no
issues with
bloatware.
shader
There's
stutter.
none of that crap that's going on.
So they need to fix crap like that if they really want this to work. Because, I mean, think about that. You're a console player. You don't even know what shader compilation stutter is. And you pick this thing up and it's chopping up a storm while you're trying to play. You know, some of those hitches and pauses can be like half a second. It's pretty brutal. Like the game freezes and it's like, what the hell? Imagine that. You're gonna think your console is broken.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just Windows.
Also, how's this going to work with drivers and stuff? Like, if it's Windows, I guess it's
And
going to
I
just
think they
update
could
them.
control. Yeah, it'll be like an Xbox update probably, because they can pre-package all that junk. They'll have some kind of a system worked out, I'm sure. I'm not too worried about that because it's static hardware, and they'll probably just push updates, every quarter, something like that. You'll get an Xbox update that will, do the firmware for your GP or AP or whatever if it's required, and have your FSR updates and all that junk will just be built into it probably.
Wesson says, I want to be optimistic about Xbox's future, but I can't. Again, Weston was another guy who was heavily invested in Xbox. And when the 4 games thing was announced, he waited. And when they threw more games on there, he took off.
Yeah. And just thinking. Just realized the chat wasn't working. When I take my glasses off, I can't see the text on my little
That's
monitor
good
that's
old
up there.
YouTube. That happens to me a lot. You just have to refresh the page and then it goes on. It's weird.
Dreadpool is
Bizarre.
drinking beer right now. I would be
Yeah,
too if I was
Dreadpool.
talking about Xbox.
Yeah. But
I'm not. Oh, go ahead, Fred.
yeah, but I was gonna say I gotta get off because I got work early in the morning.
All right.
But I'll see you. You guys might be getting a call. I don't know about something, but I just heard.
We're still waiting for Anthony. He's supposed to come
Yeah.
in after 11. I don't know where he's at.
But I was just saying, you guys might get a call. Just saying. I don't know though.
Oh,
All right.
All right.
I wonder who that might be from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred.
I don't know. But later, guys. Have a
Bye,
good night.
Fred.
Mental, good seeing you. I hope you feel
Yeah.
better from this sickness.
Thanks, buddy. Thank
no
you.
problem. And yeah, take care, everyone.
Thanks, Fred.
Cheers.
Yeah, bud.
See you later.
I guess his uncle's calling in later.
I'm not a quitter. He's not going to quit that beer, I guess.
This didn't restore any of my faith in them, and I'm not even worried about it.
I made that
I'm
video. I was optimistic, but I mean, I don't. It's hard. We're hearing that they're gonna get like exclusives back, but they're not. I don't care about exclusives one way or the other, but I know what that means. That means that they're tired of taking shit from people, and they're gonna just do their own thing like they should.
Oh,
Shit,
Like-
Phil's here.
I love Helix. Do. Happy Helix. Yes, it is. Da da da. Oh, hello there, gamers.
Thought you
I thought-
banned him, Perry.
thought you were fired.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Can you read my name tag? It says, hello, my name is retired. I'm obviously just retired, but who's
Your
excited
name is
about
something
the
else that
Helix,
starts
huh?
with an R. That's what your name is.
Who's here excited about this new Helix, huh? Oh, man. Like I said,
Nobody.
the industry's still changing in so many ways. Even though I'm retired, it's still changing.
It
And
looks
here's
like
my
they
number
changed
one fan
without
right
you.
here.
Rather get a Helix sleep mattress.
Oh, yeah, you can sleep on the mattress while you're playing this.
Of course, I'm gonna sleep. You don't have any games to play.
Oh, we got so many games. What are you talking about?
I heard this
Come
thing
on
is going
now.
to cost more than a mattress.
Yeah, the Vow puts me to sleep.
And all
Oh.
that game, all the games you have there are just like Game Pass fodder. Just talk to Game Pass, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I've talked to Game Pass, man. Trust me. I've had my choice words with him. Trust me. It's been rough.
He's not too happy with you, Phil.
Oh, I know. He's not too happy with me. Mostly because I slept with his mother. But other than that,
He's feeling a bit butthurt.
well,
That's-
I can't really say why he's feeling butthurt on the air because, like, you know, but it has to involve Ozempic. But anyways, the
Well, it's
industry
also-
is still changing in so many ways. Like, look at all this. We're having a new system come out. Finally, you guys want a new system? Well, here it is.
No, we don't.
Can I get my money
don't
back for
want
the old one? I'll send
I
it
think
back.
what
I don't
most-
care.
I think what most people wanted was games for the current system.
Oh, I mean, come on! But we have for your Xbox library, like you have so many games in your backlog that you can play on this thing. It's going to be so much fun.
Hey, fuckface. I got games in my backlog from the NES from 40 years ago. I'm not going back and playing all that. All right? It's over.
Come on, we might release another Grounded on this game. Come on, Grounded was one of the best games we had on our console.
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
your biggest hit of the generation.
That'll
Yeah,
be the
that
biggest
sounds-
hit when all the guys hit the retirement home. Woo, grounded. Woo,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds like Phil got
Grounded is what I
grounded.
get when I take too much Ozempic.
What's Exempic?
Oh, it's a new thing I'm going to invent. If you put eggs in an Ozempic vial and you shoot it up.
You know,
Ah,
instead
gee.
of sending the Helix to like influencers, they should just send it to all the nursing homes to get ahead of the problem. So that way they can all just play it when they're there.
Oh, of
How long
course.
have you
all
been
the
on
nurse
Ozempic
homes,
now?
Everyone will love it.
How long have you been taking Ozempic there, Phil?
I forgot.
I heard it loses its effectiveness after a couple of years.
Does it really?
Yeah. What are you going to do at that point?
He has super rich people Ozempic. That's more powerful than any regular Ozempic.
He'll just-
Slaughter?
He'll
Super
switch-
Saiyan Ozempic.
He'll switch to Wegovy.
Yeah, he just switches back and forth, man.
I
He
guess
just like
well,
goes to all
if
of them.
Ozempic doesn't work, I'm going to have to call Jenny.
Oh, man.
Jenny
Jenny
Craig.
Craig, is she still
Get on
around?
some Nutrisystem.
8675309.
Oh, there you go. I was actually going to say that.
That's his knee slapper. Ha!
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, but listen, anything could be an Xbox, you know.
No, that campaign's done. Didn't you just hear what he said?
Anything could be an Xbox. It really can. Your PC is an Xbox, isn't it?
It is not an Xbox.
Your PC is an Xbox. Your toaster's an Xbox.
Sounds like he's going full Xbox mode. Never go full Xbox mode.
Oh, Xbox mode.
When
the
I
best
click
mode
that
ever.
Xbox button, it does say launching Xbox. So you're saying Xbox is just software now? I thought you were just bragging about Helix, Phil.
Well,
Which
you
one is
know,
it?
as I said, the industry is changing in so many ways, and I'm not really like on that pedestal anymore. I'm just I'm a little lower now, because since I'm retired now, and I'm just just kind of trying to milk all the money I can. But
I heard you like
but
getting on
yeah,
your knees.
what was that?
I heard you like getting on your knees.
Oh, I do. That's why I have so many calluses on my knees. I have so much dry skin, which I won't.
Okay.
Which because Satya loves to be satisfied.
Well, you
Well, I
couldn't.
guess you weren't
you
doing a
didn't-
good
Yeah,
job.
you weren't doing a good
Yeah,
job,
you-
buddy.
Sounds like someone needed to learn a few new tricks.
Yeah.
I had to
I mean,
fix his machinery, if you know what I mean.
I don't, and I'm glad I don't know what you mean.
Billy, you should ask Copilot for some tips for next time.
Jeez.
Yeah, I always need some new tips.
Should ask Copilot to fill out your resume. How about that?
Oh, I don't
To
need my
file for
resume
unemployment.
anymore. I don't need my resume anymore. I got all this money. I'm retiring to my island, my Ozempic island.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna have all the helixes at my island too.
Is that
It's
where
be
you're
so
gonna
much fun.
bury the empty Ozempic needles?
Oh, I'm already starting. Whoever has died like as an Xbox fan, they get a one vial of Ozempic in their coffin every time. That's just how it is. That's how I work.
Let me tell you something. Helix better come with a lifetime supply of Ozempic for the price that you guys want to charge for it.
Oh, well, just the price of RAM and everything, you can blame AI for that. But it's okay. If you're a true Xbox fan, you're going to pay that. Because, hell, I would. Well, I do have a lot of money, but
I hear that Helix is going to have a lot of AI in it. Is that true?
it might. You never know. As I said, the industry is changing in so many ways. And, maybe they can use AI so that I can be like, what I would dream of? If Helix had just my face as a logo. That's it.
I think
Just
it
like the
does.
Helix
It looks
logo.
decrepit and bony, just like your face.
Well, because it needs Ozempic. That's why. It didn't shoot up any Ozempic beforehand. That's why.
Maybe it's
I
not
love that.
AI and it's AO for artificial Ozempic.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
See? I like the marketing. That's a true Xbox fan right there.
Really?
Do you
Because he
think
has a
you'll bundle
PlayStation.
Office with, will you bundle Office with Game Pass?
Now. Come on now. Now you're pushing it a little. Of course you got to pay for Office. I mean, what? Duh. Why else would you have it? Trust me, I had a lot of pissed off college students email me. Trust me.
Was that just about Office, or was there something else involved in that scenario?
I can't mention that in the air.
And
That's what I
NDA.
But
thought.
I know.
NDA.
But I know you guys are all excited about Helix. I know you guys have just been talking great about it this whole podcast, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And when it comes out in 2032, probably, I will be ready, and I'll be right there in
2032.
hospice.
Will you be
playing it.
alive in 2032?
Well,
No, I'll be in hospice probably from too much Ozempic.
I didn't
think
even know
the
that could
big
happen.
question people have is, will it be out before or after Fable?
Ah, you see, now that's the $1 million question right there, which I have. I have millions and millions of dollars. But anyway,
Phil, you didn't
thanks
even
for
make
the
it to
reminder.
Fable.
what was that?
You didn't even make it to Fable.
I didn't. I didn't.
You announced
I
like
just
50
realized,
games and you
you
didn't
know
even
what?
make it to one of them.
Yeah, I just realized, what? Enough is enough. Why would I be like sitting here stressing out, taking orders from fucking Satya, when I could just retire and just like do my own thing.
Well, that's not what we
Yeah.
heard. We heard that you were called in the office and they told you you're out.
Nah. Those are just fake. That's just fake news, fake stories. You know what I mean? Like, that's not true. That's not true at all. You know, he did call me in the office, but, you know, as I said, I had to fix his machinery, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
I see. Ordinarily, whenever I've seen, you know, retiring effective immediately, that just was a fancy way of saying they showed you the door.
No. All right. The truth is, I retired immediately because my good old buddy Jeff Keeley, he wanted me to come to the island and he wanted to do some activities with me. So of course I had to just like leave right away and just like do that, you know what I mean? And then you mentioned Kojima was there and I'm like, whoa, I gotta go. I gotta
And that
go.
led Satya to put out a press release that you retired immediately.
Yeah, that led to that whole thing. You got me. Sorry.
Wow.
This is live on the air. I'm mentioning it. This is true facts right here.
Well, I heard that
Phil Spencer.
they fired you
retired.
for stealing company time because you kept taking Ozempic breaks instead of smoke breaks. You would go outside and do Ozempic and then come back in.
I would just like, I would just do that in the office. I mean, sometimes Sarah Bond would like do it for me. She'd like insert it for me. Oh, well, I'm getting kind of dizzy. I need to take more Ozempic. So I better get going. I have like
You're only
many
supposed to
things
take
do
that shit
tomorrow.
once a week, man, not every day.
He takes it every hour.
I thought it was every minute.
No wonder
I'm
why
taking it
I'm
right
making.
now. I've been taking it this whole time. You guys just didn't notice.
He's
You
gonna
know, in
blow up like the blister head in Resident Evil. He keeps taking them.
Yeah, you need
I
a
was just
hemo
gonna
injector.
say, yeah, it's like an RE9 with the hemo injectors. If he doesn't take it,
Wow.
that's it. He's gonna just
I'm
melt.
going to turn into a liquor by the time freaking Fable comes out. Holy crap.
I think you
No,
already
you're
are
already
a
a
fucking
liquor.
liquor.
Yeah, that's
What the liquor
Satya
is what
called-
you're doing this out to, yeah.
That's what Satya used to call me. Hey, there you go. See this? No, this is a guy that should be working at Xbox, right here.
I wish.
Who?
Got the right attitude, apparently.
Oh yeah, he does. He has the right attitude, like that. Because, like I said, the industry's always going to be changing, and it is in next year when the Helix comes out. So take care, everyone, my fellow gamers, my friendly gamers. I appreciate you all, and
Hey, Phil,
As
one more
always-
thing. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
How about that?
okay. Well, as always, I will. Well, Satya will do
Okay.
that, but as always, game on. See you guys.
Yeah, fuck you too. Get him out of here.
Phil. I will. He's just way too happy to agree to that.
He does normally anyway, so
Well, I don't know about you guys, but that didn't instill any confidence in buying the Helix for me.
Oh, well, for
No,
a
it
lot of
is.
these guys, it did. It totally did. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to decline, I think, after hearing all that stuff. It's just,
Just-
I'm glad that Phil can afford it, but man,
Sounds
I don't
like the
want that.
Helix is just a front for Ozempic.
yeah, it does. I don't want to have to go to his island to pick up one either. I'm a little worried about that. Show up on Phil's island to get a Helix. I don't know. He said he's
They won't-
keeping them all there.
well, it's so boutique they don't even ship it. You have to take a ferry there, and
Yeah,
you might
you
not
gotta
come
go
back.
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Dizzy
I heard he
Delta,
took
what's
all
up?
the return Series X's and S's to build the wall for his island.
Hey, I got
Man,
16 of them here. If he wants to send the money back, I'll send him the machines back. Dizzy Delta, what's up, buddy? He's in the chat. Anthony is finally here. What's going on, Anthony? Is he able to
fellow
speak yet?
Canadian.
He's still muted.
Okay. Well, he's probably getting
What's up,
himself
Dizzy?
situated.
I saw Phil and was like, I'll wait 15 minutes.
The chipmunk is gone? What are you talking about?
I think talk about Phil.
Alvin?
Well, yeah, I mean that's the whole thing with the Helix, I guess. I don't know. I want to wait till Anthony is unmuted so he can chime in a little bit on the Helix. But
Well, the other thing is, there's also a look at the other side, and with PlayStation, if this is gonna make them want to wait and see what they do first, or just say screw it, let's get the PS6 out there before they even release that thing, and just make people spend money on us, so they have no money to even spend on that stupid thing.
well, PlayStation will have to undercut them. They undercut them, they're gonna win anyway. Here's the thing with PlayStation: it doesn't matter. They're just gonna win the market because Helix, if it's a boutique item, and Microsoft themselves isn't expecting to sell a ton of these things, which is what we've been hearing from a lot of people. People are just they've already migrated over to PlayStation. I don't think they understand. Like, they did a lot of damage, Xbox. It's gonna be hard to get a lot of people back.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying
Very
too.
true.
Like, you have all this time where between the launch of this console or whatever, where they're not pushing the Series X, it's not in the stores, they're not putting out games for it physically. Like, you're gonna just lose everybody. The price is too high. It's a whole nother year of people buying
Look at
PS5s for GTA 6.
what you said about Resident Evil at launch. Resident Evil 9. What was it that you
Five.
told me?
They didn't have physical versions at Target or Walmart. Only the digital.
No. But what did you tell me at GameStop?
What's they only had the 2 copies that someone pre-ordered.
Only 2 people pre-ordered Xbox copies there. And when you were there, you said the line was out the door for Switch and PlayStation.
Yeah. A lot of people bought it on Switch. A lot of people bought it on PlayStation.
Well,
I bought it on PlayStation. I might be playing it on PlayStation right now.
it's a great game.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I've been taking my time, obviously. I still haven't finished my first playthrough, but part of that is having been sick. I thought I'd be done the first weekend. I took the Friday off to go get it. Thought, oh yeah, I'll play all day Friday. I'll play on the weekend. And then I felt like shit all weekend and basically slept most of my days.
Right.
So,
Well,
I'm just taking my time.
when you feel better, play the game, take your time with it. You're going to enjoy the game.
Oh yeah, I'm about halfway through. It's probably my favorite RE game yet to date.
I think so too.
Awesome.
I beat the game on every platform except for the base PS5, but I beat it on the Pro, the X, the S, the Switch 2, PC.
Nice.
I will say this: after playing it again this morning, I was gonna say last night, but this morning, I beat it on the Series S. I was like, you know what, man? I like this game better than RE4 Remake.
Oh.
And that's
do.
a tough order because RE4 Remake is really good.
It is.
It's probably one of the
But,
best ones, but I mean, I think it tops it by a little bit.
And
what I like about this is the variation in the way you have to play.
Right.
Like Grace is slow and methodical. You got to think things through. You can't just kind of go in guns a-blazing, and it's a lot more stealth involved. And Leon, you can go kick ass.
Yep.
So it gives you that variation. And when you're tired of Grace, it's usually I'm just kind of reaching my limit with her dumbness and her inability to function, even though she's FBI. And then I get to play as Leon for a while, and I'm like, okay, good. Whew, sanity prevails.
And you know what? Once you know where to go in this game, you could beat it quick. I beat it today in 5 hours and 36 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I've been playing over 20 hours, but I'm looking around every last square inch of everything, and I don't care.
That's what you got to do.
I'm
You
in
got to
no
enjoy
hurry.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
there's a
I'm-
lot of Easter eggs in this game, and like they're just the most random stuff on top of it. Where you just someone will post a video on YouTube, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that was an Easter egg. What the hell?"
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, like Perry was saying, once you know where to go, it's so much fun to just run through the game. Like, I have it down to a science now. I beat the game like 4 or 5 times. It's so much fun. I love just running through it.
You
and I
got to
know where
get me infinite
go.
ammo
Yeah, one day when I have like 4 hours to spare, I'll come do
on
it.
all platforms.
Oh, geez. I don't know about that.
Beat it without using ammo. Is that what you said?
No, if you beat it without using any healing items and no blood collecting, you get enough to buy infinite ammo. And then if you beat it in under 4 hours, you get like an extra 40,000 points or something.
Oh, Frank, you can do the last puzzle because that's out there now. How to do that? So that's 20,000 points right there too to spend.
Well, when
So
I
that I never did.
I still have points left in the game, but when I go to the menu, they're not there. So is that different?
Yeah, the upgrade points are different than the like.
Well, then I'm
CP.
saving all my points like an idiot. I could upgrade all my weapons.
Yeah, that's only for the stuff in the game. The Capcom points are for like the special stuff outside of it. They should just give you enough after your first playthrough. It's kind of bull crap that they don't, but
I need people playing the game over and over for a little bit to make more headlines so it's in the news.
I'll definitely be playing through it again.
The game is fantastic.
Yeah.
And is Anthony his microphone working or what? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get infinite. Don't know if you have to, but I did. For what?
because I don't know this either. Actually, Anthony might know. Because to beat you have to beat it in under 4 hours for that speed run thing. But I don't know if you can do the ending where you don't release it, or
Nope,
if you have
to release it.
Okay, so I was right then. I don't want to
Yeah,
say
it
anything
said-
because Mental didn't beat it yet, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it says it in the thing like release.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go, Dizzy. You do have to do it. So, but even on Switch, the game is great. Like, there's a couple parts where it's a little wonky, but hey, I mean,
Well, that was
pretty
one of
damn
the
good.
one of the topics today. The Switch 2 version came out, the update 1.1.1, and apparently it dips the frame rate in certain areas.
Oh.
Makes it worse.
Yeah.
That's whack.
Whereas
I watched a bit of your playthrough, and some of those areas look like they were chunking pretty bad.
oh yeah, it was up and down Mental, the frames. I mean, I was
Whoa, sorry.
trying to get through it, but I was it was up and down for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Alright.
not my preferred platform, but it's fun just for the hell of it.
Well, at least the good thing in that video with the director, he literally admitted like to them fixing stuff and doing more patches, which is I think that's the first time I've even like heard someone from the RE crew ever say that. But of course, the other games never had this many issues before, so
Well, they weren't. Well, I guess they were this big, right? RE4 remake was pretty big.
yeah.
Listen, they
This
made a
has
hell
to-
of a game. That's all I could say here.
Yeah.
Now,
Con is kicking ass.
yeah, and they show
I
you
still got Pragmatas.
they could get it done. And Pragmato, like you
Yeah.
said, is coming. And it got moved up. April 17th, right?
Yep.
Carlos, what's up, buddy? Carlos is in the chat.
Hey, Carlos.
Carlos, you buy an Xbox Helix?
He spent all his money on Pokopia. He didn't buy Helix.
We're going to talk about that too. What is going on with Anthony's microphone?
I don't know.
I ate it.
The trailers made Leon Park part look too dark and somewhat scary. It's pure daylight out there.
What game is this guy playing?
What are you talking about?
He's been complaining about this game. It's like, bro, are you play? What if he accidentally downloaded like something else?
Playing Cold Fear.
I think the grace parts are too hard for him. That's what I think.
Just watch a video. and
Yeah, I
you'll-
think once he gets the pattern down, he'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Milkman says, Mental 9R, I've been enjoying being a pony. He has a PS5 now.
Woohoo. Ponies unite for the win, man.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be so confused when you see what you have to do for the last puzzle thing. It was totally a ruse to try and like find data miners because it's the most random stuff you have to do for it.
Were they messing with data miners or they wanted them to find it?
I'm not sure. I think they're possibly looking for someone to get them in trouble. But yeah, you have to like, in the section where, well, I can't really say much because of oil stuff or mental.
Let me ask you, Stevie,
Depending.
to do this challenge, you have to look at Spencer's share at all?
No.
Why the fuck do you look at his share at the end?
Most of it's, that I have no idea why they put that there. No, all
You
the stuff
literally
you have to
click
do
on
for
the
this is
wheelchair and just look
braces.
at it, and it says nothing.
Wait, I always say, "Oh, I'm gonna smell Spencer's chair on my way."
Get a little sniff.
It's like the stupidest thing ever. I thought that was dumb too.
You can do it in first person.
You can smell his chair real quick. Ew.
Yeah, all the stuff you have to do is in Grace's part at the care center. You have to basically look at something for like 15 to 20 minutes and then do this a certain way and do this in a certain way and do this puzzle a certain way. It's like the most random stuff.
It's funny that you guys mentioned the chair though, because I literally every time I pass that chair, I think that how stupid it is.
Yeah, I know. It's so
Like,
random.
ooh, remember him? It's like, why?
Guy has like, he hasn't even been there and God knows how long. Just still sitting there.
I thought that was the chair from 5 when Wesker kills him in the chair.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. I just had multiple chairs.
He was farting in that chair and doing all that. Disgusting.
He shit himself in
See a
that
little-
chair. He was old.
I see a little Elvis in that chair.
That's why he gave away Grace, because he keeps shitting himself.
Someone should mod like crap stains in the chair. Like, that'd be so awesome.
Jeez.
I don't know if I could even read that.
Hang on, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm trying to see if there's any news on here.
Yeah, I was refreshing too.
Yeah, I checked. Yeah. Only thing I saw is Silent Hill 2 remake officially sold, I think, 5 million copies. Really random.
She was disrespecting Leon from shooting Emily.
She lost her mind over that, right? Like that's why she's like, I'm done.
Ugh.
Like, what are you gonna do? Stand there and let Emily eat you? Like,
Yeah.
Giant
Okay,
gaping
that's
so
what I'm
you-
talking about when I mentioned the FBI thing, right? Like, I guess she skipped Quantico and they just gave her FBI badge. Like, well, I don't understand what happened there.
I don't know. And you know what I
kinda
don't like
ridiculous,
about
though.
Grace? If you pay attention, and I probably just ruined the game for everybody, but she moans and squirms and screams.
Constantly, yeah,
Nonstop.
constantly heavy breathing, and it's just like, come on.
Even
really?
if you
Like,
stop,
what's going on here?
she does it. Like, I can understand if you're running and she makes those noises, but Jesus.
Do they have
Yeah.
they have a fat Grace mod to make it more realistic? Like she's out of breath.
They do, and they
Okay.
have nude ones. I'm sure they have a naked Gideon mod.
Jeez.
Stallion Gideon.
They
Let's hope his other thing's not like his tongue.
Oh, God.
I hope not.
Yeah, I didn't get that with her. Like, I understand in the beginning, but it's like at some point, it's like, lady, you should be pretty like hardened to what's going on at this point. Like, you shouldn't be freaked out anymore. You killed like 50 things already.
They did
Yeah,
that
exactly.
because I get it. If you're in first person mode, it's like terrifying and you have headphones on and stuff like that. I understand it, but dude, they looped it every split second. Like, they don't even give you like a couple of
It was
minutes.
too much.
Yeah.
It was just way too much.
And if you
Especially the way she flails her arms on top of it. It's so
and then
freaking
if you
stupid
turn off,
looking.
if you could turn it off, but it turns off everyone's dialogue when you do that. So
That makes sense.
it's kind of a pain.
You know what's the
Not.
scariest part of that game? If you leave in the PlayStation menu, if you leave it hovered over it, it plays really scary music.
The music is scary in this game. Don't get me wrong, dude. They got when that guy comes out at the end, the commander.
Yeah.
I won't ruin it for mental.
Or
I'll call him the commander.
Damon.
Damon.
Dude, they play some fucking 80s like Elm Street music when that dude comes out there.
Yeah.
The music is
Yeah, there's
dead
a
on.
lot of 80s stuff going on in this game.
Yeah, but it's awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I cannot find Chunk scary at all. He like curses you out. He's like, "It's your fault." Like, he's so
Yeah.
stupid. Like,
Food.
yeah,
At one point, he
Not
says
scary.
like "fuck you."
yeah. I love that.
That's going to be Phil Spencer when he runs out of Ozempic in a couple
Yeah,
years.
that is Phil Spencer when he runs out.
They go to Microsoft headquarters and he's just trying to get through the hallways.
Bastards.
Game Pass.
Gotcha. Oh.
The girl is scarier than Chunk. Like the Chunk's
the
just not
screamer?
scary. The
Or
main
the
like the
hag.
main scary hag. Yeah.
Yeah, Marie.
Is it Maria Maria? It's the same name, isn't it?
Pretty sure it's Marie.
I don't remember.
One or the other.
Marie Curry.
She's scary.
So, really quick about, I don't think we mentioned this when we talked about, we're going to jump back to Helix for a second. Or maybe we did, right? Basically, they want to make your Xbox One, original Xbox, and Xbox 360 games natively backwards compatible on the Helix. And what we're taking from what they showed at GDC, this is going to be in the Xbox mode on PC, but emulated.
Right.
So I don't know. That's not 100% confirmed because, again, they were very vague about that. But if that's the case, then like we said, Mental 9R, he nailed it on the head a couple of years ago.
Oh, it was the only thing that made sense. It was the only way to do it that made sense, I should say.
Right. Yeah, especially since that custom chip is going to be in the Helix. But obviously it's not in our PCs. So what do? You do the emulation route on PC. And again, you get more people that stay over there, and then you get people that really want this thing to go over there and buy it.
Can you emulate like Xbox One games like Halo 5 since it's not on PC?
Yes, you can do Halo 5 on PC that way.
Because that would be awesome then. Then I really don't need an Xbox.
Well, here's
good to go.
here's the thing now.
That is bizarre that game hasn't got a PC version yet.
Now, for example, Halo 5, if you run it through Xbox mode on Windows, it's the Xbox version, obviously. So how do you play online without having Xbox Live?
They're going to have to get rid of Xbox Live, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this just doesn't...
Yeah.
Like, Game Pass is going to have to go away.
What about all the people
might.
that stacked for like 25 years?
Well, that's why you don't stack for 25 years. They send you an email saying, you're a fucking idiot. Thanks for the money, suckers.
Can you imagine? Love Phil.
Yeah, well,
like they should just do that at this point. They already scammed
Hello.
us. So let's do it.
there he is,
Okay.
finally.
Thank you for waiting.
But really quick before we jump to Anthony, they would have to figure. This is what I'm saying, man. They got to figure all this stuff out. They probably know what they're gonna do, but like now we got to sit here and wait, and these guys gonna make videos. Like, it's like, guys, enough, and there's enough. We just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anthony, what is going on?
Not much. It's been the craziest month of my life, but we're here.
Now you said in the chat earlier that you're buying the Helix no matter what.
Yeah, I think I'm going to commit to buying every single Helix out there. No.
All 5 of them?
Yeah. I don't even know what's going on with this thing at this point, but it kind of just seems like I saw that the campaign of this is an Xbox kind of ended, and they're trying to flush out the old and in with the new stuff. But I don't know if A lot can be saved at this point with Helix. While Helix does seem like it's like an obvious what like we were saying what the Magnus was supposed to be, which was like a hybrid thing. So we were on about that. I mean, it's not like this was like a big surprise. I think to some people that might have been like in denial that that was happening probably were more surprised that this actually came out, but it doesn't really seem that different than what we heard. I also don't know if like what they're trying to do immediately, like flush out the old and in with the new shit, is also going to work because you've also done so much damage already to your own product. So yeah, I definitely don't I don't think I'm going to be buying this one. I'll probably just hang on to my Series X and Series S and just deal with that. And you know, if I have my PC for however long and it runs and it plays these games anyway, great. But I think Helix, while it is like a decent idea for some people that might not be into the PC realm, I think overall, this is just kind of like it's going to be highly priced. And sure, the PS6 will be highly priced too. I'm sure it will also be over $1,000. But at the same time, I don't really know if I need like a hybrid console PC thing. And they're not going to keep it to one SKU because it's Microsoft and they really get excited and they just love having two different SKUs.
I think this is an OEM, and I think that's it. I think it's one SKU.
Yeah, if it's one SKU, then I'm still not buying it, but that's good for them. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of faith in this company at this point. And you know,
What do they have to do to get you back?
yeah,
You tell us now.
it doesn't have to. It didn't have to end like this, Microsoft. You could have just, you know, and it shows you how stupid they are because the fact that they're going back on the whole Xbox, this is an Xbox thing, is it just shows you how stupid they are, you know.
Well, they're not
So-
really going back yet. They just got rid of that phrase, and they're just putting. What do they put, Frank? What's
They
the,
just put the same thing, like play across any screen.
anywhere.
And they showed you know,
They just got rid of
PC,
what Sarah
TV.
Bond quoted, like for the most
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't
they're
know.
trying to fool us again by doing the same shit that they were already doing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just think that like people shouldn't get too excited until you see what it is in full, you know. It's not like this information's been wrong that we've been given. It's legitimate, but you know, wait till you see it and I guess make an educated decision on that. You know, I think if you're anybody that has, you know, seen how they've handled their fans, if you are you know, in the space and you're in denial of it, then I'm sorry. But because it doesn't seem very productive. and
Xbox
their
fans in
marketing stuff isn't
denial?
productive.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that doesn't
know.
exist now, does it?
I don't think that happens.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
unsubscribe
impossible.
to Anthony's channel just for saying that.
Yeah.
Anthony's living in an alternate reality.
Yeah.
I didn't
don't
know
know
your
what's going
channel
on.
was Let's Talk PlayStation, Anthony. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, like if this is going to be I also think their 25th anniversary rollout is a piece of shit. It's even worse in Capcom with 30th anniversary of RE. You might as well just fucking
Well,
not
what do you
even do
mean, Anthony?
anything.
We're getting all the games on PS5 on the 25th anniversary.
Yeah. That's basically what they're doing. It's just like people are just going to see that like, oh, it's just going to be a PC, like whatever. I'll just stick with what I'm like. You're not giving anybody. I don't give a shit if you're like you're going to release some games here and there, and you're going to, you know, emulate them and you're going to preserve them. Everyone wants Halo 5 and shit like that. Like I really don't care. Halo 5 sucks and so do you. Because I am just over like people just like, you know, glomming onto these glimmers of hope. It's false hope, and that will only get you so far. You know, I don't care what the specs are. I
So
don't care.
you're saying Xbox is Elpis?
Xbox is what we thought Elpis was until we found out it's a cure, and this shit isn't a cure.
Oh, shh.
It ain't gonna cure the people that are, that deserve to be fucking.
I'm not really listening.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony, Mental didn't finish the game yet. Just give you a heads up.
Should we release Xbox or destroy Xbox?
Well, I think that this is a fucking catastrophe, basically, and yeah, it's basically not a good move. It's not gonna win me back anyway.
You know the ending of I said this the other day. The ending of Alien vs Predator 2. When
Yeah.
everything is going crazy and the cop, he sees the helicopter, he goes, "They're coming to help us. They're coming to help us." And they drop the fucking nuke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Xbox right now. They're coming to help us. Drop the fucking, just end it. Like they don't
So
even
we're
know.
the guys on.
There's so much shit going on. You don't even know what's happening. Where are you going?
So we're the guys that went on the other helicopter and got the fuck out of there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
we
thing.
did.
I don't really think that there's gonna be like, again, like this one thing that's gonna just fix the problems. I think the trust has kind of been broken in many ways. So I don't know. I really think that a lot of trust has been broken, and it's hard to kind of get that back. I mean, it's not really a big I don't know. Like, I think people are making this a bigger deal, but we've already kind of talked about this thing being a hybrid machine, and we heard these rumblings in the past
And
year
all
or
the
2
same
years.
people that are loving it now denied that it was going to be a hybrid.
Yeah, that's why I'm just kind of like, again, I understand people are now getting on their soapbox and are saying, "Oh, see, they're gonna do this, they're gonna fix it." But I don't really think that it's just like a one Band-Aid fixes all wounds kind of thing, because
No.
what if you just invest in this and then they fuck you over 3 years into the gen, and then you're
That's
sitting
true.
there with your dick in your hand wondering why you didn't just save money for a PC if
That's
AI
what we're
and
saying right
RAM
now with
and
the Series X.
yeah. And that's gone up in price, and that's still not worth the extra $100 they've raised that console. You know what I mean?
Extra 150.
Or 150, yeah, even. Yeah. So, you know, so yeah, it's just, I think it's just beyond saving. And while some people might be hopeful, that's fine. Like, you can vote with your wallet, you can buy whatever the fuck you want. I just don't think that I'm at a point where I'll look at this and say, yeah, I'll stay on my Switch 2. I'll get a PlayStation 6 when that eventually comes out. I'll, keep my PC updated. Hopefully Skynet hasn't taken over at that point, but if it has, at least I have my old stuff to go on. But other than that, it's just not really something that I'm looking forward to. And seeing all this stuff, and it's funny because I was in Walmart when last week when that dropped, and I was picking up the one copy they had left of RE9 on the Switch 2. And I saw that news with the Helix, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Is this really what they're doing?" And everything was.
It was the day after we
came out.
recorded too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was fucking Thursday, and that was the first thing I thought. I was like, "Is this really happening on a Thursday?" Of course it is. So that's funny, but yeah, it's. I understand people are, I know that developers and the kits are going out in 2027. 2028 is probably going to be the launch. Sony, the internal rumors is that their console's going to get delayed a little bit.
Actually,
I don't know.
Sony is saying no, they're on track. So I don't know when that is, but
yeah,
they claim they're on track.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how that happens, and if everything happens exactly how they plan. But and then as far as like the Xbox mode shit, I really don't care about that either.
You don't want Xbox mode?
Xbox mode, man. I think that here's the thing: if Xbox mode is better than the fucking Windows app they have on the PC or I'm sorry, the Xbox app that they have on the PC right now, maybe that's a step in the right direction. It's not gonna make me feel any different. but at least it'd be better than what the fuck we got on this Windows 11 shit. This Xbox app fucking blows on here.
It's
Big
always
time.
blown. It's always sucked.
Yeah. It's like, if you're going to
Yeah.
push this PC thing, can you at least like fix the app that comes on the PC for Xbox? Like, I don't, maybe it's on purpose, but like
We're
at this
still
point,
waiting for the mobile store that Sarah Bond announced in 2023 for mid 2023.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I really don't get it. I really don't understand. And I just think that, like, you know, now that we are going back to,
They couldn't even launch a mobile app.
Oh man.
yeah,
It's coming. It's coming in a couple of months. Don't worry. We are fucking 2.5 years later almost. It's nowhere to be found.
yeah, that's the biggest thing is like
This fucking company. God damn it.
it's not consistent enough. And I think that this has just been a very kind of depressing end to this era as we know it. And this gen sucks. And so do the players. Everybody sucks. So
That's true.
it's just spend $750, get a pro, and shut the fuck up. No, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
that's true.
That's what I have to
agree
do,
with you.
actually.
The world's most powerful console. By the way, really quick.
Yeah,
Really quick. We'll go back to you in a second with this. But I want to ask you,
you're good.
like you said earlier, Frank, about people that stack Game Pass. I've heard that. I've heard people say, well, there's going to be a class action because they didn't deliver what they promised and blah, blah. And I'm sitting there thinking, you assholes, you're worried about Game Pass not delivering what they promised when I have the fucking Series X right here. They didn't promise a goddamn thing. They didn't deliver a goddamn thing that they promised on the Series X. How about I get money back? How about I get prorated? How about you just do a buyback program and let me throw this shit in a coffin and send it back to you?
The Phil's Island.
Yeah, he could stick it up his. He could sit on him. That's what he could do. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, no, I just think that this is kind of like seeing this gen kind of the way it was, and seeing how, you know, we have stuff like the Switch 2, obviously, that's kind of keeping things a little alive, I guess, in some of the Nintendo side of things. If you like Nintendo stuff, if you know, want something that's a little bit more refreshing, I think the Switch 2 is a very, very good console. Yeah, I've been playing RE9 on it as well, so that's been good. It's just cool, you know. So I think that was the nice like breath of fresh air that we got last June, and the fact that the console turns a year in a few months is kind of nuts. But it's been a good year with this machine, so it's the newest thing. And obviously the Pro came out the November before the Switch, so November of 24, right? So, yeah, man, like it's just been a weird, like, rocky console gen. And then on top of
Did
that,
you
we got
say
smacked in the
Rocky?
face. Rocky?
I got a picture of Rocky on the screen. There you go.
And the overall like response, I think, for most people that have, you know, had some of these machines, again, the fans kind of speak for themselves, you know. I think at the end of the day, you know, there's stuff like RE9 on, you know, the Pro, which I played a couple hours on the Pro because I was showing my dad the game, and that looks fucking ridiculous.
Okay, now listen.
That just looks fucking.
I want to do
crazy.
the opposite of what you just said. I played this game this morning on the Series S. Let me tell you something. It looks like horse shit.
Really?
It's the Switch 2.
Does it look green?
It's the Switch 2 version, but with a higher frame rate. It's the same. Her hair looks like shit. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. They didn't optimize it. I don't know if it's Xbox's fault or Capcom's fault. I'm going to blame both of them. Xbox for
How does it
making the
look on
fucking potato and Capcom for not caring.
Right.
And I don't know if you heard the sales numbers, sold 300,000 units on the Xbox. So
Yeah, Switch
Capcom,
was the second most sold console.
yeah, so
for that
Capcom was
game.
probably like, fuck these guys, put the minimum spec on the Series S just so we could get it on the Series X. On the Series X, it looks decent. It doesn't look that bad. There's jaggies and stuff, but it definitely is not the world's most powerful console.
Yeah, it's stupid because like I don't know how it looks on the Series X. I know you were streaming it on it. I don't know if I jumped into that stream
It looks
specifically.
decent. Again, I beat it on every platform now except for the base PS5. Which I got to go downstairs and break out the 30th anniversary one because they jacked the prices up again on the PS5, so I can't go get one.
On the on what, the OG PS5?
No, the Slims they were $100 off the holiday bundles. Well, they're out of holiday
they
bundles
shot back
now.
up.
Yeah,
I played it on the base, the 2 playthroughs on the channel, and it looks good. I mean, that's not bad. It definitely looks better than the Series S, if what you're saying, because like it actually does look pretty damn good for a base PS5 game, and it stays pretty consistent with frame rate. 60, 1080, 60. And then I played it on the Switch too. And I got to jump on PC and play it, but
oh, forget it. You'll be blown away.
yeah,
The,
I know I'm
the
gonna be blown away
PS5
whether-
Pro and the PC, they're like the 2 top ones that you want to play on. They look the best.
Yeah, I was blown away playing this on the Pro the other night. I was like, holy fuck, this looks insane. HDMI 2.1, all that good stuff.
I would say it's the biggest grade I've seen yet between the standard version and the pro version.
Yeah, like this is a way to sell pros. Fuck
Yeah.
GTA right now. RE9 right now is going to sell pros. GTA will sell pros later. Let's wait for that. But right now, if you want to
I
demonstrate,
think they
how to
already
sell
said
this thing,
RE9 did sell a shit ton of PS5 Pros.
yeah, I mean, that game looks ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. And I knew RE4 remake looked crazy, but when I saw that, man, I was like, fuck.
They're saying this Crimson Desert game is like a massive difference on the Pro as well. That like
Really?
people are gonna run out and buy it for that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm hearing.
I think
don't know.
people are starting to kind of see the benefits, at least now, and maybe it was a hard sell in 2024, 2025, but now with GTA on the horizon, get your shit now. And I got to take Perry's advice and everyone else's advice. I got to get my shit now because it's going to be harder to get.
Hurry up!
Wasn't
Who was that
Final
old lady?
Fantasy 7 Rebirth like way better on the Pro too?
Yes.
That I didn't play, but I heard it was, yeah.
I remember hearing like the base had a lot of problems and the Pro came out and everyone's like, what the hell? This is like
Yeah.
a completely different game.
Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, so that looks ridiculous on the Pro. Shit. So yeah, the Pro is killer right now. As far as a console, it's beast. It's a beast for sure. And then yeah, I got to play it on PC. And
What did
all
you
that good
think
stuff.
when you saw it on the Pro?
I was like, this is the best looking RE
Yeah,
game.
and you realized, holy shit! Like,
Yeah,
He
I was
soiled
right.
himself.
yeah. And because my
Both.
dad's like, I don't even know if I can play this game. It's too scary.
your dad's
but he,
scared.
but he enjoyed.
So your dad's the guy that left a review on Steam.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
How the hell you guys play this shit?
yeah. So he liked it. He was just like, holy shit, this looks good. I'm like, yeah, this is meant for the Pro. And yeah, no, I was blown away. I really was, and I was blown away when I played RE4 on there and just tested it out for a couple hours. And so I got into the Chronic Care Center, started playing a little bit more, and I was blown away. And I'm sure if I see Raccoon City on there, it'd be awesome too. But yeah, I don't know. That was just such a crazy looking game on that Pro, man. That thing is awesome.
Did your dad come into your room in the middle of the night and be like, Anthony, I can't sleep. I'm scared of the hag.
Yeah,
I'm scared of
Marie
Chunk,
is following
Anthony.
me.
Still have
Yeah.
that teddy bear I can borrow.
Do you have any
Yeah.
hemo injectors just in case?
Yeah.
I can look under my bed.
Any, requiem bullets laying around.
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool to just see it on there. And again, like I said, I don't even have that nice of a TV, but at least if I got it, I would still get those some benefits, not the full 120 frames per second. But seeing it on the newer Sony, yeah, that shit looked ridiculous.
Did he mess with the settings at all, like turning the ray tracing on?
Oh
and
yeah,
off
he
and stuff
fucked up
like
his
that?
dad's whole TV just for this little
Yeah.
game.
They're burning marks.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I was playing it in 120, and it was beautiful. It was like the smoothest, buttery smooth, and the DualSense just adds to it. So it's like you have the control. It's just, yeah, that game's awesome, and it helps that the game's good, but it also helps that visually, each RE game looks better and better. So, dude, Pragmata is gonna look fucking awesome on this thing.
I
Like,
know.
I'm gonna play Pragmata on PC probably as well. But if you have a PS5 Pro, man, like Capcom, keep an eye out on their games, man. Onimusha 2 as well. Not Onimusha 2, but Onimusha, what is it, Way of the Sword or whatever it is.
Like that.
That is probably going to look ridiculous. So I think they got the RE engine down pat
Oh,
on the
shit.
PS5 Pro.
Oh fuck! All right. I made something funny. Okay, if you guys are you're looking at the screen right now, okay, you know what's going on. I made another picture, but let me save this one. Okay.
Bischoff, is this a different one?
That was on the last Nitro, by the way.
Did you take that with the Game Boy camera?
Yes. And guess what? I'm gonna do another one here.
Okay.
Because I had an idea and I just did it live.
Subway is hiring.
That dude, when that was live on TV, I was dying. Because he lost. He lost the war.
Oh.
I got a new
sorry.
one though. Hang on. I'm getting it together here. And this is very Xbox centric, by the way.
There's so much with that photo of like the subject matter, the Game Boy camera filter. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, well, guess what? This one's gonna be even more beautiful when I'm done with it. Here we go. Where is it? Oh god, I got it. This is awesome. Here. There you go. I
that's gonna
fixed
take
it.
a minute.
I fixed it for 2026. You're welcome, chat. You're welcome.
Okay, that's great. How did you do that? Artificial intelligence?
Yes, because I
Yeah.
can't buy RAM, so I might as well use it while I can.
That's awesome.
Subway is hiring.
I wish
There you go.
we would have had that picture a couple of weeks ago.
That's great.
Oh man.
Subway's about to bite Phil's legs.
Don't make me play that song.
I can tell your subs to eat my leg.
I got to get the picture of you guys dancing as Phil Spencer, and I got to make the starting soon screen with that.
The waiting screen.
It's
That was
it's
funny.
It's on the computer at work. I keep forgetting to bring it home. Oh man.
Fuck Xbox. Ow.
What?
I'm just quoting the song. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, kind of like the rest of their route with how they're gonna start, covering this console and stuff like that. But what do you guys think it's gonna look like? Just like a fucking ugly box?
Like
Another,
ass.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's got to be probably around the same size as the Series X, maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as big though.
Series X isn't bad. I didn't honestly like it when I first saw it, but it kind of grew on me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's just a box. Like it's fine. You turn it on and that's it. PlayStation, they're trying to make it look like it's the future over here, and it's like a big boat. And it's decent looking, but originally the original PS5, the fat one, it's like, what the fuck was that thing?
The
Yeah,
fat
that
one
stand
was
makes
good.
you want to
Slim
throw it out the
looks-
window.
The Slim's a lot better. The original is so freaking big.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Only Musha
That's
weighs
why
a sword. What?
I don't mind getting a Pro because it looks good, and the stand is actually a fucking stand. Like every time that stand falls off my console, I want to throw that thing through a fucking wall.
What
Oh,
stand?
the paddle, the ass paddle,
fucking
from
ass
the
paddle.
original one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, with the Pro, I literally just have it standing without a stand, and it's fine on my table. It's that heavy, it's not going to move. Now, if you got
Yeah.
cats or something like you do, and they're jumping around the house, they'll probably knock it over, but I don't know how your setup is. But again, they give you the teeth, you put the teeth on it, you lay it down, and that's it. Nobody touches it.
That's how I have mine, and it's pretty stable, just with those little teeth.
Yeah.
Mine's in the closet.
I got a aftermarket stand for mine. It was like, I don't know, probably in the States, it's probably like $10.
Oh, nice.
That's $300 there.
Yeah, well, $329, but
know
it
what's
was
funny?
$15 in Canada.
When I set the Slim up for my nephew, he was like, I want to have it standing up. And I was just like, haha, no. Like, you're not doing that because you're going to definitely knock it over. So I put it vertical. I mean, horizontal.
Yeah, when I
Give him a vertical suplex for even mentioning that.
Do you know that the minute I leave, that thing would be on the floor by accident? There's no chance. that
That's
I'm
why I
putting that.
asked you when we were there. It was like warranty. You said nope. I said,
No, well,
"All
it's
right."
fine, like laying down. Like, it's not going to fall. But
Frank is in the closet. He was at one point.
I built.
When we
when
we first did the shows, he was actually recording in a closet.
I literally was in a closet, like Harry Potter. But when I built my living room, I put a closet on the side where I ran all the wires, so it's like an AV closet with a rack in there because I didn't want any of my stuff out because I have kids and cats and dust, and so it's all in the closet in there.
That's good. Oh man. So really quick, we're gonna jump to the Steam machine because I gotta ask Mental before he goes. A lot of misinformation about this Steam machine. It came out yesterday that the minimal spec that they want people to target for the Steam machine is 1080-30. Now this turned into the internet. The internet turned into, oh, it's only going to be 1080-30? It's like, no, the minimum spec that you have to design a game for the machine is 1080-30. That's not the maximum. That's not what it's going to output. It's got HDMI 2.0. It's actually got 2.1, but they can't officially call it 2.1 because apparently they didn't get the certification for 2.1. So I don't know what that's all about, but now everyone's running around the internet. It's going to suck. It's only going to be 1080-30. It's like, no, that's not what it is. Go ahead.
I think the HDMI certification thing had something to do with Linux,
Right,
if I
right.
remember right.
That's correct. Yes.
But yeah, but I haven't heard this latest information about it. The minimum spec being 1080-30.
Right, but that's for developers to make their games or whatever for it. That's not
Make it verified, like Steam Deck
that's not what
certified.
that's not what it's going to put output, like maximum output. It's going to do 4K 60 or whatever the fuck it's going to do, but they say, hey, developers, the minimum we want your games is 1080-30, And that turned into, oh my God, it's 1080-30. And these guys are all clowning on it online. It's like, guys, do you read? Does anybody read?
Like if I think about the specs, I could see the potential for some games being 1080-30
Right.
as the best it can do.
Right.
But I don't think you'll run into that for some time. And with upscaling, like the problem it has, and this is where I hope they adopt SFR or FSR4 for it, because technically speaking, it can only support FSR3.
Right.
And FSR3 looks like shit when you're trying to upscale to 1080p.
Right.
It just does not look good. If you're not running 4K and upscaling to 4K, it looks bad.
Right.
Because the base resolution's too low, and with the temporal upscaling it just doesn't look good, right? But if they backdoor FSR4 onto it, even though technically, by AMD standards, the hardware doesn't support it, but everybody in the world knows FSR4 runs fine going all the way back to the 6000 series GPUs. So this will run it just fine. You just won't get quite the same performance uplift, but you can also do frame gen and all this other crap with FSR4 too. So, excuse me, and you can make it work. Like if they just decide they're going to make it work with FSR4, it'll look fine and it'll perform decent enough. And depending where the price comes in, it could still be a great little box. And they could upscale, like at 1080p, they'll get 60 for just about everything.
Yeah, I don't have any doubt that it'll do decent as far as the specs and all that stuff. I think what happened
It'll
with
be way better than a Series S. Like
oh yeah,
anyone that thinks those two are close is insane. They don't understand anything.
right.
It won't even be close. It'll be way, way faster.
And I can't wait for that. That was supposed to be out already, but because of the RAM shortages, they had to pull back a little bit. And they are putting up the links for the pre-order pages, but obviously no pre-orders and no date. So
Where do they price that?
See, honestly, it's going to perform very close to a standard PS5.
Right.
It's going
That's
to
what
be
I've been
right
hearing.
in that zone. Just when you look, yeah, sure, it's got fewer CUs, but it's clocked way higher.
Yep.
And we already know how the CUs help the Series X. Not much, right? And the difference is smaller here. And when you factor in the much faster clock speeds and the much stronger CPU, like the CPU's in a different league altogether, it's going to be able to push higher frame rates than the standard PS5. Maybe it's slightly lower quality settings in some cases, but the CPU alone is so much stronger, and the GPU is going to be very, very close, if not better in some instances.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see what they show.
It's very contingent on price, because if it's a decent price, I would definitely want to get one. But if it's like over
Do they still not announce the price
$600,
yet?
No price and no date. They said it is
It would
coming
be-
this year, but they just don't know when.
it would be perfect at like 550. But if it's more than like that, which I know it's going to be, I'm probably not going to pick one up.
I think they made a joke too, Valve. I think they were like, hey, if somebody's got a shit ton of RAM, let us know.
I just
Ah,
don't
shit,
see
I've got a few SO DIMMs laying around.
Oh,
Should
man.
see what they'd give me for them.
I don't see the appeal of it at like $700-800. Like for people like us that have PCs, it's like,
But that's the point. It's for people that don't have PCs. It's for the Steam Deck people that wanted a minimal thing, but they wanted a PC experience.
right.
I think for 700,
Looking.
that's a lot more money than, we were expecting, obviously, but I could see me probably picking one up and checking it out.
For
Market
science.
with today's prices, it would actually be not bad
Right.
at that price. In last summer's early fall prices, it looks like a ripoff.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Big time.
That's the reality.
Isn't that
Hopefully,
crazy?
I really hope that, the RAM market settles. Like I say, I've been seeing some slight reductions here and there. So maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. Who knows?
Yeah, I really hope for an outcome like that, at least for the future, near future. But I know it seems so crappy now, but hopefully that kind of bounces back. We'll just have to say, I guess only time will tell, but it's going to be affecting all these markets and shit like that, and it's really annoying for the consumer. So
Very much so.
yeah.
Oh, Steam Machine. I can't wait. I can't wait till they show that off at least.
Yeah, I just
just
want it
wanna
to come
know the
out so we
price.
know what it is and
Yeah, it's just
how
good to
it
know at
actually
this
does.
point.
We can speculate all we want, right? But I just know, like, based on my experience with the Steam Deck, it's going to surprise people, I think, for the
Oh, yeah.
spec that it is. And it'll be better than we think. Um, Linux is pretty efficient. 16 gigs of RAM is plenty for a gaming rig on Linux because the base OS uses nothing compared to Windows.
And a lot of people have been
So-
raving about Bazite. So
Yeah, I played with Bazite for a while, and it is really good. Very simple to get set up. I just didn't like the fact it's basically an immutable OS. It's based on Fedora Blue,
okay.
and I want to. For me, Linux is an OS that I want to be able to break if I want to, and it won't let me do that.
Oh.
So it was too much jumping through hoops to get the extra stuff that I wanted to do. Because it's kind of walled off, and so that's why I went with Cache OS.
Nice.
And Cache's a little faster. It's based on my gosh, it's based on holy shit, I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, it's kind of more 0-day updates. Like the updates come fast and furious, so it's kind of bleeding edge. But it's super fast. Like the operating system kind of still blows my mind at how quick everything loads on it. Really nice.
Yeah, I gotta check that out at
Okay.
some point. What else? They got a bunch of Resident Evil
Arch
stuff.
Linux. Sorry, it just popped in my head. It's based on Arch.
Okay.
So anyway,
Build what's next for Xbox. Is that the new campaign, Frank?
That's one of the things they put up today, so I don't understand the difference, but
I don't know.
there you go.
Let me see what do you have our stream pulled up, Frank? Can you
Yeah.
tell me what the topics are?
Steam Machine, we talked about Pokemon, Pokopia.
What's the deal with
That's
this?
the next thing.
I heard there was controversy with this, or was there none? What's
No.
going on?
Okay, so my wife and I played this like a billion hours already, where everyone's addicted. Her friend at work ran out and bought a Switch 2 just for this game. People on Twitter are buying Switch 2s for this game. They sold how many? I just saw it before I posted it.
Wait a minute.
They
You
sold,
mean
like,
people are buying consoles for an exclusive
Dude.
game?
people are going crazy for this game. I didn't even expect this game to be as pop. I was like, oh, I'm going to be like the only one into this. This is like Animal Crossing again. Everybody's into this. It sold 2.2 million copies in 4 days. It's sold out everywhere physically, and it's a key card game. After everyone said they were going to boycott the key card games, that didn't happen. I mean, this
don't
game is
believe you.
the
That's so
Nintendo
funny.
stock went up 15% in 4 days. It's like this game is massive.
It's funny because like Callie, she loves Animal Crossing, right? But
Yeah.
like I told her like it just doesn't seem like it's something because she doesn't like anything Pokemon. Not because she hates it, just she's not into it. And I just don't know if this would even be like worth the money when it's like you like Animal Crossing and then you'd spend the money. Like if you're a Pokemon mark, like sure, like you're gonna fucking love this shit. If you like Animal Crossing, is it just enough for you to like it? If you just like Animal Crossing and
I
not
think you
like
got to like Pokemon too a little bit, but
Pokemon. That's what I figured because like I was telling her like it's full price. You don't want to spend full price on a game, and it's like it's kind of not like your jam.
yeah,
Like, Animal
she should just
Crossing is
watch
more, like-
videos on it and see what she thinks because that's
Yeah.
the best way. But it literally like uh they were so smart to make this only on Switch 2 because this game could run on Switch 1. I mean, they're not
Right.
fooling anybody, but
The
they
2.2 million copies, man.
that's nothing to sneeze at for something. This is
spin-off?
like a spin-off. Yeah. It actually is the highest rated Pokemon game on Metacritic, and it's not even a mainline game. Like this game is just massive, and I didn't expect this. Nobody expected this.
If you go to the Switch store right now, it shows the top 2 selling on the consoles, that and RE9.
Well, people are saying that this is the new Barbenheimer because you're playing
Oh,
Resident
yeah.
Evil and Poco.
No,
I
it's
mean,
the
I am.
new Doom Animal Crossing.
Actually, yeah, it's literally like the exact same thing. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now my
Yeah.
daughter's going to be bugging me for a Switch too, is what I'm hearing.
I
She
mean,
loves Pokemon.
Oh,
people
yeah.
people are posting like, should I buy it for one game? And then everyone's like explaining like, well, they're moving over to Switch 2. Like that's what I told my wife's friend. I was like, listen, the games they're moving over to the Switch 2. Yoshi's only on Switch 2. The new Pokemon's only on Switch. Like this is going to be the trend now. So you might as
People
well
still
just
have
buy
it in their
one.
head that there's not a reason to buy a Switch 2.
Yeah,
And
I
don't
know
Well,
get
there
it.
is now.
Like, I get it for the price. I'm not going to say I don't get it at all. I get it's expensive and it might not justify it, but like, there's been great games that, in my opinion, have already justified the Switch 2 and its existence.
Dude, Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
And
Donkey
like
Kong was fucking killer.
when we were hanging out at Perry's and we looked at my home screen, the fact that you have Pokemon
Oh,
next
yeah.
to Resident Evil and Mario's Galaxy and you could just jump in between, like that's crazy to me. That
Yeah.
still is exciting to me and blows my mind. So
I'm all
I'm
here
happy
for it.
that they're doing this.
Even though I'm not into like, Pokemon like everyone else is, like I'm just happy for that to be number one, a game that runs and actually looks good, because the Game Freak and all this bullshit that happened, they should be ashamed of themselves for that bullshit on the Switch 1.
They
At
did
least
the right
now,
thing though. They're taking their time. The next one's not coming out till 27. So that's
yeah, we're
4
saying that at the
years in
shop too.
between.
Yeah, that was crazy. And like, at least they were like, they probably were thinking, okay, if we put this out, people will just play the shit out of this until the new shit comes out. So
Yeah, I was
know.
disappointed that the Winds and Waves is not till 27, but hey, they're taking their time. They're putting out these spin-off games and they're doing numbers. So good for
Yeah.
them. I can wait, I guess, at that point.
But it's funny how like the physical thing is the situation for this and Resident Evil. And Resident Evil is cross-platform, and they still can't get the shit right. These Japanese companies got to step it the fuck up with this printing shit, because if you have a big ass, I mean, Pokemon, yeah, it gets scalped and all that bullshit, but so does RE, to be fair. But also just like it just shows you that there's still a market for people that want to get this shit physically, specifically Pokemon, specifically Resident Evil.
well,
all their
everyone
diehard
screamed
fans
and
buy it.
yelled about it being a key card. Same with Resident Evil. It's not on the
Yep.
cartridge. And it's funny because Noof,
There it
I was
is.
talking to Noof on Sunday, and he picked up Resident Evil 9 for Switch too. He thought the key card games was just a code in the box. And he's like, when I opened it, I saw it was a cartridge that I could sell or whatever. He was like, oh, okay, I can get behind this because it's just like having a disc. The
You
game's not
can
on the
sell it
disc.
if you want. You can get rid of it
Right.
if you want. It's not tied to your console. So
And
I
I think people are realizing that, and that's why they're getting behind the key card, which I don't like the key cards either, but I understand. they
yeah,
can't fit it.
I agree. Like, I'd want it to be like Donkey Kong, where it's on the cartridge. You literally pop it in, boom, you play it, right? But yeah, every single time this generation pack goes back in stock at GameStop or Best Buy, it sells out immediately.
I already
because it's
got
also a really good deal.
one of our buddies knows people at GameStop. He's gonna get me a generation pack this week.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a good thing to have. Considering each, like RE7 is $40, RE8 is $40, and RE9 is $70. So that for $90 is a fucking steal.
I bought it. I bought the digital one, so I mean, I'm set with that. And you
Oh,
said they're
yeah.
pulling that one, right?
They're pulling that at the end of the month, apparently. And I'm assuming they're probably going to stop pressing the generation pack physically, because why are they going to continue it? I think this is for the 30th anniversary. So I'm just saying, you heard it here first. You might not see the physical after March, so get that shit now if you want it. Or
All right,
keep it sealed, or
WK.
do what you got to do.
Take care, buddy.
Take care, man.
RWK.
It sounds like you got to make another video that's going to make another 5,000 views, Anthony. You're laughing, but that's free money.
Well, I think in general, I still get comments of people saying they still haven't played the game because they're waiting for their physical to come in, because they can't afford to get it again, and it's sad. That's like fucked up, because now it's just it's fucked up, man. There's a lot of weird stuff around that I think deserve more content on, I guess, to raise awareness of how fucked up it is. But Is it really going to change the fact that like they keep dropping the ball in these big releases? I don't know. I really don't know why they are doing that when the game like RE, obviously Pokemon already sold what it sold, but RE sold 5 million copies in 4 days. This sold 2.2 million copies in a few days. It's like it's gonna like I don't know. Again, I understand like Pokemon gets scalped, but like come on guys, like you got to know your fan base. They're gonna buy that shit up physically.
Is there going to be more physical released for RE?
Yeah, I think there's not going to be any more deluxe editions, but they'll definitely like repress the standard on Switch 2 and PS5.
I still haven't seen it in a store. I check every time I go to like
Yeah.
Target or Best
I
Buy.
got lucky
Not there.
because like last week it was the day after the show because I was in Walmart when the Helix bullshit dropped, and I just went randomly like after the gym. I was like, oh, let me just check to see what Walmart has, and then I saw one copy just sitting there in the case, and believe it or not, a guy came over and helped me.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
he's like, hey man, do you need anything? And he probably thought I was trying to steal. And
It's
that's
kinda
fine.
Steal to get help.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know what I mean? It's all good. Best Buy used to be the same thing. Perry knows when they used to fuck with us like that. Like we're not even trying to steal. Then they're just like, oh yeah, we got to watch this guy. It's like fuck you. I used to work here. I know how this shit works.
Dude, that happened
anyway.
at fucking that Kmart over here when I first moved up here. The guy, I was in the clearance section of the gaming, and the guy was following me. I'm looking at like $5 games, and then I turn around. I was like, "Here's my wallet," and I fucking open it. All my cards were there. I was like, "I have money."
Yeah, I'm not trying to just like pocket this.
And then I
couldn't
told
do
the
anything anyway,
manager,
'cause
and the manager was like, "Well, he's just trying to do his job." I was like, "His job isn't to follow me around a fucking store."
no,
Well, they're out of business, so jokes.
And
on
they
them.
went out of business a couple of months later. So there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just, but yeah, that was
What's up, Kim
surprisingly. He
when I
actually
was in
helped.
Target, there was a couple of guys looking for Pokopia, and they couldn't. There was none. They asked, and I was standing right there. No one could find it.
It's kind of funny because it almost makes you think that you are kind of going crazy when you're just like, oh yeah, like you hear about physical and stuff like that, but then when something like this happens and it's something that's high in demand, you can't find it. And if you just want it, like to own it, you
Yeah,
can't.
but Capcom did that on purpose. They knew that if they held back the shipments, people would double dip because they want to play on release. And then they knew that you were going to want the physical, so you were going to double dip. And the shipments came in a week later, a week to the day, actually. They knew what they were doing.
Sold out. They're sold out everywhere, and
because they didn't ship many copies out. That's why.
When I got mine, I pre-ordered online to pick it up in store because the online for Best Buy in Canada was sold out.
Wow.
So I saw they still had them available like in store for pickup. So I pre-ordered there and went in like they opened at 10. I was there at like maybe 10:30 at the latest. And she's like, "Oh wow, this game seems really popular. You're like the eighth guy or something to come in today. We almost sold out of them already."
yeah,
And I'm like, "Wow, okay."
yeah.
Yeah, so
My
I
buddy
was
had the
glad I
same
picked it up.
thing at GameStop where it was just a line of people. Everybody was in for Requiem, and Switch 2 sold the most in that store. For some reason, it just like outsold the PlayStation. But I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like it's and I think the next time you'll see something like this is like another Nintendo release, Pokemon release, or GTA. Because I think the GTA stuff, like I said, with the Pro and everything, people are gonna want to go and pick that up, especially if they do physical day and date. I don't think they're gonna like delay the physical or whatever for leaks, but I think they'll do physical day and date, and that's gonna be another game that like as soon as pre-orders go up, like you might as well just get it because that is gonna be the biggest game launch probably in I don't know how many years. That's one to keep an eye out, especially if you just like, I collect GTA, so like I'll get, I don't collect like a crazy variance, but I've had it since, the PS1. So I like to pick those up physically. Only so many games I'll pick up physically, but that's one of those that like I'll definitely put the money down or like pre-order it in like 2 different spots just to make sure I actually get one. But I feel like someone like Rockstar or even Nintendo Naughty Dog, any of these companies should not be like dropping the ball with any of this stuff. Capcom included, because Capcom has been doing so well with releases and consistency and just overall quality gaming. But just they drop the ball. It's like they do like a million things right, and then they do like 5 to 10 things wrong at the same time. It's like, guys, come on.
Yeah, but I think this
Yeah,
was
it gets together.
coordinated. I don't think that they screwed up on purpose. I mean, they screwed up by accident. I think this was
Well-
purposely done.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I just think that they need to realize that like fans still want physical, even if it seems like it's dying. Apparently,
Well, they
it's
still
not.
want. They know that. They know their fan base. They know the fans want physical, but they also know you want to play it day one. You're not going to wait for it. So you're going to buy it
Yeah.
digital while your pre-order is delayed. And then when the disc comes in a week later, you already bought it digital, but you're going to go and buy it again physically. Nintendo was the king of doing that. What was that, like 10 years ago, Frank?
Do you
Yep.
think they're still doing it with Pokemon right now?
No, I think with this one they didn't think it was gonna hit.
They're not doing it anymore
It's just
because that guy, that guy, who was the guy that died?
Iwata.
Iwata was doing
Yeah.
the scarce tactics. And after he died, they brought in these guys that stopped doing all that. Like he was doing that. You had to buy the fucking console. You had to buy the Wii U console, the Zelda one that we unboxed that time, in order to get Wind Waker 2 weeks before it went physical.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing because they knew you weren't going to wait to play it, and that you were also going to buy the physical when it came out. That's what everyone did.
Well, that's the thing too. Oh, go ahead.
Well, they have done it here and there with Metroid Prime Remastered. They released it a few months early digital, and then they put it out physical later.
Oh,
but typically
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't. Typically they don't hold anything back now. They just put it out, and that's the end of it. If you buy it, you buy it.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
They were in financial straits during that Wii U, and then when Iwata died, they brought in the guy who was the CEO before him,
The older
and
guy.
he just put everything out. Kimishimi, he was like, "Just here, take it." The amiibos, there was no more lines for amiibos. They were just in the store. There's tons of them. Like you
Yeah,
could just
because
go
it's
out and buy
like
'em.
just make it and they will follow. Like people will follow. Like it's not they'll buy that shit because it's the same thing of these people buying the physical stuff. It's just because they're dedicated fans. They'll just buy it anyway. They just want it all, and that's it. They'll just take like even if they do like I saw what they did for the collector's edition for them re-releasing Red and all that stuff in Japan, and how they're not bringing it over to the US because of the scalpers and stuff like that. And it's just like it's a shame, but like you see that edition, you're like, holy shit, that's actually really cool. It comes in like the old like packaging, but it's like it has like the cards in there and shit like that. Like that's so fucking cool. I'm like, damn, like even if only Capcom did shit like that, even in Japan, that would be awesome, But I got these from Japanese Amazon, so these are the special pack. So this is almost like the Generation Pack, but it's only in Japan. And so this has Resident Evil 9, 8, and 7 on PS5 in this box. So this
That's
one was
cool.
only in Japan. And then this one is 2, 3, and 4 remake. 4 gold as well is in here. So this is called the 30th Special Pack 1, 30th Special Pack 2. So there's 2 of them. But they didn't put a Generation Pack out on PS5 in America for some reason. Only in Japan. So I was like, I'll grab them. So
Okay.
something else that
So Pokemon's done. Really quick, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book launches May 21st on the Switch 2. What's this all about, Frank?
So that's their May game. April is Tomodachi Life. May is that. And this game is only on Switch 2. It's going to be $60, not 70 or 80.
Good.
And it's 20 gigs somehow.
20
which I don't-
gigs.
Yeah, I'm like, why is a Yoshi game so big? But
Jeez.
I don't know. I'm gonna
Is
pick
it
this
Call
up.
of Duty?
I'm gonna have to
looks
get this
pretty
for
good.
Callie.
Looks good.
Next time.
I'll be picking
Yeah.
that up as well. Resident Evil 9 ray tracing was removed from Raccoon City on the PS5 Pro. that's been going around. Digital Foundry, I think, brought that up. I think it was broken or something. The shaders were broken or something in that thing. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if you guys heard about that. That's why I brought it up.
The shader's broken in.
They removed ray tracing from when you enter Raccoon City on the PS5
okay.
Pro.
Okay. I didn't get to that part on the Pro, but.
And they're saying that they're not putting it back in or something. I don't know what's going on. I heard about this. I wasn't sure if you heard anything about it.
No. I just heard that they're trying to, obviously fix some stuff with the PC and the VRAM and stuff like that.
And
so we'll see.
I
What's
think
their what was the problem? Why would they do that?
Digital Foundry did a video on it. Let me see if I can find it. Can you look for text, Frank?
Yeah, let me see if there's an article.
I want to dive in and play it on PC.
Yeah, it switched off ray tracing in Raccoon City.
So if you have it on before you get to that part, does it just automatically disable? On the Pro?
Yeah, it says there's fewer visual artifacts, but there's no ray tracing.
Yeah, that was weird. They made a video about this, so
it was a Patreon exclusive podcast.
Well, no, now it's available to the public. It's Digital Foundry Direct Weekly number 254. Xbox Project Helix, Sony exiting PC, Crimson Desert console. So if you want, watch that video. But yeah, there are photos of this. Can I grab this photo?
I mean, that's disappointing. I don't know why they couldn't get it to work properly, but
hey, at least they didn't leave it there and let the game get fucked.
Yeah.
So this guy, Great Uncle Gamer, posted this picture. So there it is with it before it was patched, and then here it is with it patched. You could see, obviously, some of the textures are missing. Well, hopefully they go back and they fix all that. If not, then I don't know.
They have to. There's a lot of issues with that game on the Pro.
And again, PSSR 2 didn't even hit for a lot of people yet, so I don't know if that's going to help fix that or not. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out.
I can only speak for what I played, the first 2 hours or so, and it looked great. So I didn't get to the city. I didn't see anything crazy.
You're probably not even going to notice it.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, I mean, it was. I hope they fix. I mean, I want this to, just run good on everything. I obviously played the Switch update today a little bit, and it ran pretty much the same. I mean, I didn't see much difference,
right.
But I definitely enjoyed on the Switch too. I mean, it obviously is a lot more, muddied and clay looking, but that's just kind of what it has to do to get it to run. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I heard apparently Village has problems. I did not play Village on Switch 2, but apparently, which scares me, because if you think about this, Village, while it is nowhere near RE4 on its level, but Village has a lot of enemies and a lot of stuff going on all at once, a little bit more than RE9. Like the way the Ganados surround you in RE4 Remake is not how zombies surround you in this game at all.
Right.
It's less intimidating. Ganados, like, they're surrounding you. They are following you. And they also run. Like, if you ever notice when you turn in RE4 Remake and then there's a guy immediately behind you, but he wasn't right there, it's because the game tricks you. Once you turn away.
The guy I noticed like that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of broken, but it's like, that's also what makes that game very hard for,
well, there'll be a guy far away from me, right? And then I'll turn around and the guy will fucking grab me somehow. I'll turn around and run like in the other direction.
He's like rubber banding to you off screen. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
It is cheap, and like the original didn't do that. That's one thing I do.
Dude,
like
I was fucking standing there, right? I was the part where you're on the building, the broken
Yeah.
building. And I'm on the construction part, so I have to go all the way to the top and then slide down. So I'm not up to the top yet. I'm right at the edge where you shoot the thing and it comes down. I'm right at the edge and I knock some guy off the edge, right? I'm reloading. Someone threw one of those fucking red gas tanks at me and blew me the fuck up. And I
Holy
was
shit.
out of nowhere. And I was like, dude, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like it's definitely more like I find it because there's so many more enemies like on screen for something like a Village or RE4 remake. I really hope that they get that shit running okay on the Switch too. Apparently RE7 runs fine, but RE7 in some ways is similar to RE9 where it's a little bit slower burn and there's not as much on screen at once. Like there's a lot going on, but it's not like in RE7 you have, 10 Ganados running through the cabin on some, crazy shit. Village has some of that with the lichens and stuff like that. So I just hope that if they do 2, 3, and 4 remake, that they can keep it running at least how consistent Requiem seems to run. I really hope this isn't a situation where they focus all on Requiem and they kind of forget about the other ones because, yeah, Requiem's the latest and greatest for sure. It's the newest, RE. But the other stuff should run efficiently too. So Pragmata ran pretty good on the Switch 2 demo wise. So hopefully they just get that like figured out and just get it moved. I'm sure they will. Because the Switch 2, it's, obviously, yeah, it's not a pro, but it's not a slouch of a machine. I feel like it can handle it pretty well. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully the updates, Capcom keeps, they usually are good with fixing bugs and like actually looking at user submitted like reported bugs and stuff like that, like people that submit stuff where they were streaming and then like a glitch happened and they send it in and show them how they got there. They're usually pretty good with stuff like that. So I know the gun strap was a glitch for like the first
I saw that
couple weeks, but
that's still happening.
Yeah, apparently it's been fixed on some ports, but it still happens. So yeah, it is what it is. If you reload it, it fixes itself.
I gotta ask you, our last topic here. They announced DLC for this game, I think today or yesterday. DLC is coming. So what's the deal? 6 months, a year? What are we waiting? How long are we waiting?
Well, I think May is going to be a mini game, and the fact that he didn't say mercenaries or raid mode is concerning because it's like I feel like they would have said like, "Hey, here's mercenaries." If it was mercenaries, like that he would have said that. Now he could be keeping it a secret,
right?
They trolled so hard in that video.
Yeah, worst case scenario, Nakanishi is naked in the DLC, and you got to just deal with that.
Well, we have people that really believe that Leon is married and that the DLC is going to take place about who his wife is. And I'm like, dude, are you guys crazy?
Well,
they're not
the
doing
rings.
that.
The rings are interesting. Obviously, there's no real response to it, and Nakanishi is trolling people and just not saying anything about it.
Oh yeah, because he's looking at what people are posting online. He's totally fucking with them.
Oh yeah, he is. I mean, you don't make a video like that and you're just like, you're definitely trolling. He's like, yeah, we just made a fuck ton of money and sold 5 million copies and counting. Probably 6 million, 7 million at this point. I don't know.
People thought he was going to steal a chocolate bar.
What the fuck?
All right, go ahead.
Hey, sorry, guys, I'm going to have to run.
All right, Mental. Thank you for jumping on. Have a great one. Feel better.
Good talking to you, man.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, you bet. Cheers.
Peace.
Catch you next time. Later.
Bye.
Bye. Always great talking to him.
Yeah, good to haven't talked to Mental in a little bit on one of these shows, so that was cool.
Which is good because now I got to ask you something about a spoiler in the game, and he won't be here to hear it. So there you go.
Yeah, shut off the stream, Mental. Shut it off now.
Yeah, you've been warned, Mental.
Well, go ahead with the DLC, and then we'll get to what I got to ask you.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think they're gonna pick the guy's head up? Do you think it's Chris? Because
it could be.
Sherry goes, "Where is Chris?" So you think Chris is on the other side, like figuring something out, or what? I think it's gonna be Claire.
It could be Claire. the DLC could be, other people that are affected by Raccoon City syndrome that we haven't seen, but then what would they be fighting? Who would
What
they
if
be
we get
fighting?
Alyssa DLC, the mother?
Yeah, that would be cool. I hope it's not like a kind of like a banned footage RE7 situation.
I hope
I would
not.
want it to be like a separate ways, like a nice, decent length DLC.
To
That,
RE7's credit though, that motherfucker released a lot of DLC for that game.
it did. Yeah, the Not a
So-
Hero
That's
stuff
right.
was free DLC, and then the banned footage was what they charge you for. And then that's when they started to charge you for collector's editions, and they weren't putting any season pass in there, which I always thought was scummy. Because you spend all that money, and they would be like, "Yeah, well, you still got to spend
Capcom's
$30."
no stranger to screwing people over. Remember Street Fighter Cross Tekken? They had everyone locked on the fucking disc.
Yeah,
Marvel vs. Capcom, they had everyone locked on the disc.
RE5 had versus mode locked on the disc.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a
Right.
controversy. I remember that shit.
Yeah.
Because
And
the
then,
fucking the modders found that shit out.
yeah,
They ripped
Operation
the
Raccoon
game.
City had the other operators campaign on the disc. Remember that?
Yep. They also had
Yeah,
Star
that was going
Wars
on a lot.
Battlefront 3 skins on that disc.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
that's funny.
So
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I would like to see Chris and Jill, but I like that to be the 10th game.
that's got to be 10.
So
And
if
that's
Chris
what I think.
if Chris and Leon are in this DLC, I wouldn't be mad because because people don't think that just because it's called Raccoon City
The
syndrome,
walls.
you had to be in the city during Raccoon City destruction to actually have it. It's not true. If you're exposed to the T virus, so Chris would have it, Claire would have it, Barry would have it, Jill would have it. So there's a lot of these questions on what's going on.
What if
and
we get
so-
Xeno DLC and explain
Well,
how he came to be?
That's what I want.
Yeah, that's kind of what people want because the biggest plot hole is Xeno, and where the hell does he fit in all this?
Right.
So I think Xeno DLC would be cool.
If they do 5 again, obviously they're going to remake 5, but what if they retcon Wesker dying and Xeno was on the phone with Ada?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That'd be crazy, right? That'd be throwing
Yeah.
everybody off. Even though Wesker's at
Yeah.
the end of fucking 4, but
I feel like Wesker was always the one they regretted that they killed off, so they looked for something as soon as possible to,
right.
try to replicate, and they couldn't really replicate it with Simmons, and they couldn't,
No, that guy was a
redo
fucking
it with the
joke.
Bakers, and then obviously Miranda was just like a thing basically. So I think if you think of the mainline villains, like Victor Gideon is probably the better one, probably since RE5. He's like one of the more convincing villains, and then he gets sidelined by Xeno.
Dude, just everything about
Barely
this
in
game.
the freaking game.
Everything about this game is awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this game. That's why I gave it a 10. And I played it again today and I was like, you know what? Like I said, I think I said this already on the show. I like this better than 4 Remake now.
Damn.
And I love 4 Remake. That's one of the best games. But that's going to take a backseat to this one now. Telling
Yeah.
The villains are so good in this. Like Gideon.
you. Yeah,
and,
the Raccoon
Xeno
City
are
part where you got to
awesome.
get the part. That part is a pain in the ass. Don't get me wrong. But the
The
rest of the
mortars
game.
on the roof is annoying.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary. I think a lot of people weren't thrilled about that.
And
Now
how
that
come
I
that
know where they
song,
are,
when the fucking zombies are attacking you, and you hear the "Wah!" right? It sounds like an Xbox 360. It sounds like an Xbox achievement's gonna pop up, but it's trying to pop an Xbox achievement.
But yeah,
You-
you're right, Frank. You also do the routes, right? It gets better. It
I
gets
just
easier.
take the sniper and hit all the mortar guys real quick, and then keep
Yeah.
going.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
even use
it's
the
great.
Requiem. If I could say the goddamn word, I don't even use that thing in the final. I don't use that thing at all in the whole game. I as Grace, I don't use it. And then as Leon, I have all the damn bullets and I still don't use it.
Yeah, I like taking the scope off the bolt action and using that. That's one of
with
my
the charm.
favorites. Yeah, with the charm. So I like all that stuff. Yeah, it's great, man. And I'll be putting out the the rest of like my thoughts and kind of like lore videos and stuff that comes from this, because this game gave us a fuck ton of more lore and interesting stuff to talk about. So it's going to open up a whole nother speculation kind of vibe of like what the DLC can be now, especially because Nakanishi said, hey, it's coming out now. I think my prediction, and you heard it here first, I think the extra surprise in May is going to be VR2.
That's it.
That would make sense.
Because
I
it's
got
not
it.
going
I'm
be,
ready to
'cause
go.
I know, but May.
I want Claire in the
uh,
RPD.
if the mini game isn't going to be anything to
Wow.
the mini game is probably going to be cool.
Oh, mini game.
Mini game.
Oh,
But I don't.
that's
If
not.
it's like Ethan Must
This
Die,
is
then
not the
that's gonna
last
be
topic, by the way. But go ahead. We have one more topic after this.
I think I know what you're gonna
Um,
say.
Yeah, if it's like an Ethan Must Die mode, that would be lame.
Fuck him.
I just figured out
He
the
must
DLC,
die and he
guys.
died
Well,
anyway.
From May.
What?
The extra mini games, you're gonna have to find food and drinks and feed it to Gideon while he sits at a table.
Oh, I'm humbled by my master.
Yeah.
Feed me.
Anyway, really quick, Ant, before we go into the last topic, which I totally forgot about. Richard and I were talking while I was playing the game.
Yeah.
Why does Zeno think that Grace is the original copy if
Because
Chloe was in 1990 and Grace wasn't born until 2004?
so I think that Zeno,
He's a fucking idiot.
yeah, Zeno is a fucking
He's
idiot.
just stupid.
I think that Zeno specifically, because I think Spencer fooled everyone and basically said, hey, like if she was born after the fact,
Well, they were cloning
they
the kid since the 80s. So how the fuck
right,
is
and
she
they
the
thought
original?
that
If she...
Grace was this clone, right? And Spencer fooled everybody, thinking that Spencer fooled everybody to think that Grace was a clone of these children that they've already been doing experiments on, which, yes, they look similar to her, but it has nothing to do with her.
Right.
So you're experimenting on these kids since 1990 or before that, even.
Yeah. I think
And
the article
people
is 87 or something.
Yeah, so it's like late 80s, right? So they're thinking, oh, this is like like Spencer has found the perfect specimen, and that's why
Like he got it right finally.
he got it right. So they're thinking, oh, like this is all dating back to the research and all these clones that we've had. When that wasn't true. He faked them out, basically. It was like the ultimate fake out. So I think that Zeno was fooled and bamboozled. So he's saying a bunch of nonsense. Everything he says to Grace doesn't make sense because it actually doesn't. He was misled. He thought it made sense the whole time. He's like, oh, this is like she's the perfect one.
Well,
and like
even
Spencer
fucking
did all these-
Gideon is like, oh, the blood matches. It's like,
Yeah,
well, if
that's
the
what I was
blood
about to
matches, then
say.
she's perfect. Then the blood wouldn't match, you dumb fuck.
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
that's
is
why I'm
that
confused.
I think that he said that on purpose, specifically to fuck with him, because I think at that point Gideon already knew.
Like Victor was just using him to get to the Elpis.
Victor's
because
telling
Zeno
him,
had
"Hey,
money and
yeah,
stuff.
like perfect blood. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
her." And it's like, no, Victor already kind of knew what his master's plan was. He's not going to tell Zeno. Zeno is part of the Connections. The Connections are a separate organization that we haven't seen a lot of, and he's the first person we've seen that is around. So it's a little confusing and convoluted, which is the problem with the story. It's not so concise and clear, but Resident Evil has never been as concise and clear sometimes.
This one's really kind of. Well, I mean, a DLC could clear up some stuff, but I mean, there's a lot of messy stuff in this game.
Yeah, it's not as bad as 7 or 8. I would argue.
Well, that just had no story. For
Yeah,
some
it at least felt more like this felt more like grounded in the universe, where 7 and 8 are like spin-off stories that like serve their purpose for a spin-off story. But it's not it's like I said, it's my favorite story since probably 5. And some people don't even like 5 story. They like 4 over it, and that's fine. But I did enjoy it. Xeno has flaws. Victor Gideon gets sidelined, and he doesn't have a lot of screen time towards the end of the game, which I wish he did. Xeno should have also had a boss fight or something. So I think there's certain things that were set up. But I will say this, the files in this game do explain a lot. Grace's report at the end actually does explain a lot too. And these are the best files we've seen in the game since probably the originals, like back in the day. Like these files are tight.
They're
know
retcon. It doesn't matter
exactly-
anymore.
Right. Well, they're still choosing stuff to retcon, right? So I feel like some major events stay the same, but some change. And that's kind of what they're going off of. So it's not bad. I do like it.
What do you want
Oh,
DLC,
that was-
Stevie? What kind of DLC do you want?
I mean, honestly, the way this game is, I want more than one story DLC.
All right, what do you want?
like
You
3
want
or 4 of
Claire?
these
You want
suckers.
Leon? What do you want? What kind of DLC? You want Sherry walking around the office? I mean, what do you want?
If there's only one, I want Chris and either Jill or Leon or someone, and have it be a lead up to RE10.
Okay,
Yeah, I think it should tie in with the next game.
that's what I think too.
Yeah.
All right, so go. No, go ahead.
Yeah, when it's going to come out, though, I don't know, because Capcom has made us wait a year and a half before. So I think people that think this thing's going to come out like in the fall, just don't hold your breath. I think they're going to take their time.
It should
But
come
we'll
out in
see.
October.
I think that would make sense. Like separate ways, right? It came
Mm-hmm.
out in September.
Release it the
Of
same day
23?
GTA comes out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how long this thing's going to be, too. If it's like not a hero where it's just like an hour and a half or whatever, that won't take them long. But if
No.
it's like separate ways, it's like, no, that's going to take them a while.
Yeah, Separate Ways was awesome for $10, and anyone that complained about that's a fucking asshole. Because all you got to do is not eat a Happy Meal or go to Starbucks like 3 times a week, and you could afford fucking shit. You spend $10 in one Starbucks trip. You know, like that was worth it for $10, man. That's all I know. And Shadows of Rose, while that was, I think that was like $15 or $20, the gold edition for 8. I forget, but it wasn't really like it was just okay, not even. I mean, it was resolving a story I didn't really care about. Like this, I at least care. Like Chris has plot armor, so we know Chris is alive when Rose is 18, which means Chris can't die in 9 or 10 or anything. So he has plot armor forever, basically, until past 20, 30, whatever, 24. I don't even know. So it's stupid,
Nice.
but that's what happens when you fucking time jump, Capcom. Stop doing it. It's dumb.
Speaking of going
Nice, the
separate
alpha.
ways, and somebody here might start cursing and screaming and yelling. That's not me. NetEase
Oh,
has cut
I was
funding
afraid you would bring this up.
to Gangs of Dragon, the game that Frank's been waiting a year for.
Dude, I'm so mad.
They need $44 million to complete the budget for this game, and now it was taken away from them. And the man is on the screen right now.
He's pissed.
Okay,
The
so
fat
for
Samoa Joe
backstory,
guy.
so the guy who created Yakuza, Nagoshi, he was supposed to be, they were grooming him to be the CEO of Sega, but he was like, screw that, I want to just make games. That's what I like to do. So he left in 2021 and he wanted to make his own game. So he started working on this game, Gang of Dragon, which is like a spiritual successor to the Yakuza games. Meanwhile, the Yakuza games are just doing whatever, they're fine. So this game was supposed to come out. He signed up with NetEase, who is funding the game. They're a Chinese publisher or whatever. And they're well into development of the game. And he went to NetEase and was like, yeah, I need like 44 million more dollars to make this game. And they were like, yeah, screw you. So
Ugh.
basically this game's getting canceled. There's talk of crowdfunding, but there's no way they're going to raise $44 million. It's not going to happen for a niche game like this. I'm really pissed off because I love the Yakuza games, but they needed this to be like competition. It's always competition gets screwed in the gaming industry. There's no competition.
Mighty
So-
number 9, this game.
Yeah. So I don't
Shenmue.
know if he's gonna go he can't go back to Sega, obviously, because they already have, like, they're not going to make this. I mean, he could shop it around, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to get canceled, and I'm screwed. So I'm pissed off about this. I've been pissed off about this for a couple days because I was really looking forward to this game.
Yeah,
I
that's,
love
that's a
these
shame,
games.
man.
This
it
is
looked great.
Frank's Perfect Dark right here.
It literally is. Like, I don't know. You got people in the chat don't know, but I mean, you guys know I play the Yakuza games, but I'm really into them. I played 5 for, it said it took me 47 hours to beat the game. I did it over months, but I'm really into these games and I was really looking forward to this.
Yeah, it was announced 3 months ago, and now it's fucking getting killed.
Yeah. So, I don't know what's going to happen. If I hear anything, I'll let you guys know if it somehow gets picked up, but that's a lot of money. And then plus whoever picks this up has to pay them back or give them money for this. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's
You know what's going to
canceled.
happen? It's getting canceled. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not like going to be one of these guys that's like, there's still hope. No, it's over.
I should go to Epic Game Store and ask for money.
I think it
Yeah,
should go to
okay.
Microsoft and Game Pass should pick it up.
No, I'd rather it be dead than be picked off by Microsoft at this point.
Speaking of Fortnite, I never put RE2 and the rest of the stuff on there.
On what?
Only Grace. I thought they were putting the Leon and Claire and
They did.
other people back.
They did a couple days ago.
Well, I got Grace, but I didn't see them in there.
I never saw anyone else on Fortnite.
I thought they went in on Saturday and they were gone by Sunday.
I checked. I've been checking every day. I haven't seen them yet.
We
Damn.
got to find
Well,
out.
they got to step it up.
But they had the gorillas on there though.
Oh, fuck
I'm
those
sure they did.
guys.
Yeah.
Now listen, now I have a question for Anthony from Dragon Ball Radiant, who was in my stream earlier.
Yeah.
He wants to know how Emily got her sight back. I gave him the answer, but he didn't believe me.
Yeah, Elpis cured her from all the experimenting and the poking and prodding that they, did, unfortunately, to the kids. They were, they thought they were taking medicine
Because
when really they were getting,
he was
experimented on.
convinced that we were going to get DLC explaining how she got her eyesight back.
No.
What?
Because, that's the biggest fucking plot in the whole game that we need to know.
Now, if you read the files, essentially, they say, hey, listen, we were getting, our experimented on, or they're giving us our medicine, and then some people are starting to lose their sight. So they lose their sight.
How is he concerned about her getting her sight back when she came back from being a giant mouth monster? Like, that's
Dude,
more
this is what I was
than-
told, okay?
I didn't hit her vitals. Don't worry.
Yeah, and she was a giant.
I
how
know.
did she go back to that?
It's so
Her
funny.
skin was all
Someone
covered
commented on our
in
first
mouth.
playthrough, they're like, damn, Aunt, you didn't fucking wait to shoot. I'm like, because that's what Leon would do. Leon would not hesitate. Leon takes
You literally
action.
can't move. You have to shoot her.
Yeah, you have to shoot.
He's like stuck in that position.
There's nothing you could do. It's like, come on, man. You got to take care of business.
So wait, can Chunk be restored with Elpis?
No,
I want
he
Chunk
blew up.
DLC.
Where are
In
you?
theory, he should be, right? But like, we never got to see him because we took him out.
Wait, where's Ethan's body? Ethan, we're coming. We're gonna save you.
Any questions in the chat for these guys? Because we're going to wrap it up. We had a hell of a show tonight. We had over 30 people in here. They wanted to know what we were going to say tonight about the Helix. And hey, it's not all bad. It's not all good. It's somewhere in the middle. We got to get more info, but we're trying to figure this out like everybody else. Is there hope for Chunk? Maybe that's the DLC.
Chunk
Maybe
DLC.
that's what
Hope
it's
for the
about.
Chunk
I get-
twins.
The Chunk twins get the Elpis, and they look like the twins from Nothing But Trouble, that Dan Aykroyd movie.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no. They're the twins from who are those two bodybuilder twin guys from the 80s? I forgot what movies those guys were. They were in like a bunch of movies.
Body build?
No. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hans and Franz.
They were twin brothers.
The Barbarian Brothers.
The Barbarian Brothers. There you go.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
They turn into the
Brothers.
Barbarian Brothers.
That's a killer fucking.
I got a
The
picture of them, and
Barbarian
one's wearing a Raiders shirt. So I got Raiders glasses on tonight.
Biohazard Brothers.
Here, right
Gunk
here, these
reminds
guys.
me of the chefs
Right
from
here.
Little Nightmares. The big fat chef.
So these guys are
Oh,
the
yeah.
chunk guys.
Elvis made us sexy.
That's funny. That's them. Those are the chunks. You see these guys yet?
Yes.
Are they on the screen?
Yeah, they're on. The,
Yeah.
They've been on the screen.
Not the Raider shirt.
You know the Steiner brothers.
They do look like the Steiner. That's weird. That's weird you said that. I think.
The guy on the right looks like a warp buff Ashton Kutcher.
Hey, we don't talk about Ashton Kutcher at all because he's a non-factor in anything. Wait, I'm sorry. I think that was Mia's information. I said Leon. Misinformation. Elvis brought them back to pump you up.
Did you see
Elvis?
that Arnold is gonna play King Conan now?
Is it going to be CGI?
No, he said it's an age-appropriate role, like he's an old wise king
I'm going to
version
be
of
old.
Conan.
But he's
he said
hunched over. Like, how can he fucking?
He said it's an age-appropriate role, but he's still gonna kick ass in the movie.
He's got
So
like
I'm
that
I
spinal
don't
thing.
know.
Like he's hunched over.
I don't know.
Arnold-
I just read that.
Arnold's
and I
like
was
fat and hunched over now. Like he should play the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
He should play Chunk.
I still see what he posts on Facebook. I mean, he still goes to the gym and shit. Like, yeah, he's not like what he used to be.
Yeah, he
but
goes to
still
the
does it.
gym and he walks on the treadmill for 5 minutes. That doesn't
Well,
mean
he-
shit.
Went vegan like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I think it's finally like starting to degrade his body because it's not good doing
Yeah,
that
but
much.
his body was degraded for a long time. It wasn't just a couple of
Yeah.
years ago.
Wait a minute. This
Yeah,
says
it's been really bad lately.
he's doing King Conan, a new Predator, and a new Commando movie. How?
How are you doing Commando? It's going to rescue his great granddaughter from the.
He's 78. Okay, Predator they could do. That's because I always wanted him to come back. But
Yeah,
I
but he
don't
can't
know,
run
man.
from the Predator. He's dead.
well, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. but-
Unless they have a Predator in a supermarket and he's trying to shop on the cart. and he escapes.
he's on the Predator's on one motorized cart and he's on the other
No,
motorized
the
cart.
Predator's up in the corner of the supermarket trying to fucking shoot him and he can't.
He takes the rotisserie chicken grease to mess up his like
Oh.
thermal dynamics.
Get to the hover round.
You,
Come
I
on.
don't
you
know.
can't. Nobody could do this but Noof. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know Arnold, man. Yeah, I think he's got to hang it up.
He could have
I,
come
I
back.
love
Clint
the
Eastwood's
guy,
supposed
but
to be doing
he's
movies. 95.
he's 100 years old. He's broken down.
By
Clint
the
Eastwood's
way,
95. He's still doing it.
Shatner's in massive surgery. He shattered his shoulder riding a horse. He's in like a 10-hour surgery
Oh
right
my
now.
god.
Oh man,
So hopefully he'll
Riding
be
a horse.
okay.
Yeah, I hope so. But man, don't
dude,
ride
you're
a
like
horse, dude. That
99
shit
years old. What are you fucking riding horses for?
He said he felt the horse. Somebody who was there said he knew the horse was gonna like buck, and he went to go do a stunt roll to try to like take it, but it just shattered his shoulder because he's so old. Like just
Ugh.
messed up.
Wow.
So he has to have a 10-hour surgery. Like I
Dude,
guess
it's
he's in or he's
The
gonna be
fucking
out of the
surgery will
tomb.
kill you. At that
That's what
age,
I'm
I-
afraid of. But
Yeah, I really
I-
hope he's okay.
I hope we don't wake up to any bad news tomorrow because that's
Yeah.
not good.
well, shout out to William Shatner. Hopefully, he makes it, and
Yeah,
he lives to
I
be
hope so.
200.
He can live in the Nexus with Picard forever.
Forever.
Oh man, what's $100 on Etsy? Leon's jacket. If you want Leon's jacket, Cam, just go to the Goodwill store and pay the $5 and get a leather jacket. And I think it'd be good.
Yeah, they sell those jackets ever the same type.
Any questions? Any questions? I'll give you guys like 2 more minutes, and then I'll let these guys go. We had a great show tonight. We had over 30 people watching. Yeah, I think we had 31, 32. They want to see what we're going to say. But again, you know, nothing really bad about Xbox, but they gotta figure out what they're doing and get the messaging straight so people like me know what's up. And people like you guys know what's up, and then we can make a decision if we want to continue with them or not, or what we want to do. But it ain't looking good. But we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to see, you know, how it works out, you know, and like I said, I want to be the benefit of the doubt, but, you know, I don't know. It's hard to gain the trust at this point. So we'll see.
We will see. Stevie?
Maybe 3 months in Summer Game Fest. Maybe we'll hear something. Possibly.
Oh, God. I hate waiting for these stupid things because then these guys, they make up shit, and then I got to hear about it online. I got to hear about all this and that. It's like, I'm just done with this stuff.
Is there going to be please don't tell me there's going to be an Xbox event.
There probably will. And you know what? I wouldn't mind it if they figure out how to fucking do this.
Or show Gears for fucking once.
Yeah, well, there's a rumor that Gears won't even be on PS5 now. That they're going to go back to exclusivity. But then you got people saying they're not doing that. So I don't know what is going on right now. You got people saying yes, people saying no. I don't care one way or the other as long as they figure out what they're doing and let me know. But, you know, it is what it is, right? I just got to follow what we read online and see what's going on and follow the information that they're given. So
That I'll believe when I see it, that they're going back to
that's the thing, man. We got to see what they're going to do, and then we'll take it from there. Like, I was excited about the prospect of what they were going to be doing, but I don't know. I don't think that's, I think I was maybe a little too excited the other day. I don't know. But you can't commit to them until they show you. You can't commit to them until they commit to you. That's the whole thing. And this isn't fanboy shit. This is where am I going to keep spending my money shit. Because I'm a consumer and I'm a gamer. But I want to fucking spend my money where I'm going to get the most out of it. So.
Well, I know I'm going to buy PS6. So I'm
Yeah,
going to
PS6.
buy games.
I'm buying that for sure. I'm buying the next Nintendo. I'll buy the next. I mean, depending on what's going on with Xbox, if it is a machine and not $1,500 and $1,800 and $1,200, if it's a decent price, yeah, I'll pick it up. But if not, I don't want anything to do with it. It's not the money. It's the money, but it's also I'm going to spend $1,200 to $1,500 on something that isn't even going to be guaranteed.
Right.
For 5 years. Look at the Series X. This thing it'll be 6 years old later this year, but we're 5 years into this thing. It's been a pile of trash. Okay? It's literally been a box that does nothing.
And again, like, I obviously want to, you know, see something that we invested in and put a lot of time into, like,
that's it.
Repel back, you know, to some positivity.
That's all we want, man.
You know, I know I might have came in more negative on this one, but I just wanted to.
You have to,
you know, at least, yeah, you kind of have to have your guard up a little bit.
Got to have your guard up completely because this company's fucked everybody over. They lied about this thing. We dealt with it. We fucking weathered through the storm. And then a fucking tornado came and fucking killed everybody. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I'm tired of fucking doing all that. I'm tired of spending money on this shit. And then oh yeah, you know what? All those games aren't coming out until the new machine comes out. Well, why the hell did I buy this machine then? Well, because you're a fucking idiot. All right. Well, thanks. That's why.
Yeah, and it's like what as far as like how they're, shifting, they're still gonna do like, oh, you can play it anywhere kind of thing. They just won't, I think they're gonna try to ramp up, I guess, whatever you call marketing for them, in a different way now with this news going around, and they know what people are reading, so they're still gonna kind of change the face of it a little bit, and then still kind of have the same mindset going forward with like Game Pass and everything.
Yeah. Oh, we had 34 people at one point. I'm looking at the analytics here.
Oh yeah, the peak.
Nice.
Yeah, we had 34 at once. That's crazy. I didn't even see that. I saw 31 before. Well,
Yeah.
thank you to all the people that tuned in. 34 people. Appreciate that. But yeah, Ed,
Yeah,
what?
that's cool.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's cool that people, are checking it out, and it happened right after our last stream, so I think a lot of people were interested in all the rumblings of this week. Really has all been around Project Helix and their plans, really. Obviously on top of like RE doing well and Pokemon doing well, this has also been the kind of talk of the town. So I think you guys discussed it great, and I think we'll just have to keep seeing what happens because I'm sure we'll just keep getting more updates about this thing. So I guess to be continued on the Helix side of things.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wish, GDC is not the place to announce like pricing and everything, but I want this to be wrapped up in a bow so I don't have to keep fucking talking about it, because when they don't wrap this stuff up in a bow, it keeps going on and on and on online, and people say stupid shit and people are dumb, and you know what I mean? I just want to cut through all the bullshit. What's the deal with this item? How much is it? If it's like $700-800, okay, you might have me on the hook, and I'll check it out. I don't know. Like, nobody knows anything yet. We only know what it was confirmed that this is a PC hybrid. When a lot of these guys for years said, "Oh no, they're not doing a PC hybrid." Well, they're fucking doing it. Now you're telling me it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. When you told me before, "Oh no, they're not going to do that." It's like, guys, come on.
That's why I'm not worrying about them. I'm just gonna keep playing on PlayStation and Switch and PC. And
I know that, but we have a show to do every week, so we got to talk about this shit, unfortunately. And I'd rather just talk about it, get it over with, and then move on to other things. But it's the biggest news. Like, look, we had so many people tonight because they wanted to see what we're going to talk about as far as Helix, what we had to say about it, and everyone's interested. So we gotta weather the storm and see what's going on again with fucking Xbox.
Yep, we're right back in.
Anyway, wonder how long they'll take before they let us know, says Dizzy Delta. I would say probably June, but I don't know. Maybe the Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, like these guys are saying. I don't know, and that's the thing. I just want to know already.
You might see the design at the Game Awards.
Oh yeah,
like what it looks like.
They'll announce what it looks like and everything.
Just on the Summer Game Fest website, there's no lineup up yet, so I have no idea what's actually going to be there as of now.
Have a good night.
I don't think we're getting anything else from Nintendo till June either, because that's why they announced Yoshi. So they got April covered and May covered. So
yeah, but what's good about Nintendo is you get something every month.
Yeah, and when they announce something, it comes out in like a month or 2 or 3 months.
Well, like this Yoshi thing got announced 2 days ago? Mario Day. They announced the Yoshi game and it's coming out in May. So, all right. They didn't announce and say, "Hey guys, it takes 5 years to make a Yoshi game." They're like, "No, here's Yoshi and it comes out next month." Okay, cool. Thanks.
We literally got something every month since the system dropped.
Like,
right.
Massive. So
no excuses. Just
I think that's awesome.
That's how it should be. I mean, like I said, that was kind of like the breath of fresh air that we needed. So
I said that on here for years. I said the Switch 2 will be the breath of fresh air. And look what happened. All right. I want to thank you all for being on. Shout out to Mental 9R. Hopefully he feels better. Mental came on here out of nowhere, so that was awesome.
That's cool. Better Mental.
Shout out to everybody. Also, shout out to my guys on Gaming Ain't Easy. There was no show last night because Proto had some stuff going on. I think the weather was kind of bad where he was at. But we will be back this coming Tuesday on Gaming Ain't Easy on Proto Foxy's YouTube channel. Check us out there. It's myself, Wicked Hot, Proto Foxy. And once again, the Sir X-Man. We hope you get better, buddy. I know he's getting rehab done, so... And I know he's been watching the shows, so shout out to him. We miss him. We want him back. And when he's back, he'll be right back on here with us on Gaming Ain't Easy. And he used to pop in on this show too, so
Yeah.
hopefully we get him back soon. Sooner than later. That's what I want. So
Definitely.
shout out to Fred. Fred came on. And shout out to Anthony. He made it. So that's awesome. And shout out to Stevie Mac for jumping in. He subbed for 2 people tonight.
And not shout out to Phil Spencer. He was not welcomed.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he goes away at some point, but who knows? Hopefully he gets that job at Subway.
Eat
Subway forever.
fresh.
Subway's always hiring.
They are always hiring. There you go. All right, guys. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Have a good one. And we'll
Take
see
care,
you next
everyone.
week.
Bye.
Peace.
Catch you
Bye.
next time.
Yeah, dude.
See ya. And they all left me. All right.